lows too. It's very hard to try to figure out what's just going to pull out next. But it looks like he's going to be doing a quick button check right now and trying to make sure we're good to go. With Unika, you know, too soon, man. Rest in peace, boy with earring, then moved to New Jersey. I miss him. He was my boy.
You know, it's actually interesting because one of RTO's got the DFB is also from New Jersey. It's unfortunate that wait, this is not a button. Oh, okay. I guess we're getting straight into it.
All right, nice throw. RRC setup from there. Going to be able to follow up a little bit after, maybe waiting for a burst setup as well. Okay, this is not okay. Fell for the RTL. That was beautiful.
Knockdown gets the charge, but the 6B is enough to seal it up. Emerald Knight takes the first round.
Duel 2.
All right. Great into it, trying to go for a low, but nice counterattack coming through from Emerald Knight. To be able to run up and try to find an opening there, try and get a shot, but nothing seems to be breaking through defense. A lot of guard crushes, but not following up on them either. There we go. Counter hit. Finally, Curveball could be able to get out of that bad situation. Trying to wait out this burst again.
We saw the just block as well from Curveball trying to keep space, but now stuck in this corner. Definitely don't want to get hit by that. Big counter hit, but a little bit of a drop from Emerald Knight. Doesn't manage to get that wall break, but forces the burst out of Curveball.
Now just backing up, trying to see if Emerald's going to get back in, and Emerald does. Going to try to string it one final time. Needs one more solid hit, and there we go. After the jump, going to be able to get their first game on the board.
Yeah, really good handling that from Emerald Knight. A few drops, a few little kind of flubs, but overall retook control of the situation pretty well. And we see there once again just a run up, counter hit, pushed all the way to the corner now, has that guard crush, the stun dipper, and now just putting a lot of pressure here on Kerbal, looking for a spot to get out.
Putting a lot of pressure right now. Going to be able to slam you back down. Nice burst, though, coming through from Kerbal. You still got to find a way in, and after Gun Dipper, it's going to be very rough as Emerald Knight is going to be able to DP it right after the fact with the throw. And okay, it was a little scary after you dropped some of those jabbing lights, and now you're going to be able to punish that DP.
Yeah, but no big DP punish there. Just goes into that low, but now has the knockdown. Goes for the low again, but doesn't have any charges there. So isn't going to be able to get the little quote-unquote safe jump. Now stuck in this corner, goes for the reversal super, but it whiffs. Ooh. And Emerald Knight, 3 rounds in a row.
Okay, Emerald Knight has been on a roll and is going to try to continue that. Did not see the low coming through, but able to just hit right back, ended a DP. Going to have to find another way in. Really got to be blocking them feet, because if you don't, you're going to keep getting counter hit. You already have to spend the burst.
There we go, caught by the heavy. You see Emerald Knight just swinging there and manages to get it, the far slash. Pushes it into the corner, into the Greed Sever.
Okay. Ooh. There we go. We blocked it that time. We knew it was coming, but we did not see the burst coming. Going to happen, and now we're on the other side of the stage. We're trying to sweep low. We find another one for a counter hit, and let's just try to keep the train going.
Yeah, we see there, push back now to mid-screen, but just gets that button and puts a 4th round on the board. Emerald Knight up 2-0.
Yeah, Emerald Knight playing in their bag right now. 1 game away from moving on in the winner's part of the bracket for these pools, trying to secure themselves for top 8, and that just means you got to lock it in one more time, already being able to whiff punish.
And now here we go, another situation that we've seen before. Big pressure for Unika in the corner, but we are going to see a wall break here. No meter, so no super there. We return to neutral. But there we see the Gun Dipper once again knocked down. The overhead comes out of Kerbal.
Okay, there we go, trying to DP yet again. Going to whiff on that, no punish there. As now Emerald Knight is going to be getting back into the corner. Once again, RRCF, the Gun Dipper just gets blocked, and the overhead going to come through. You're just crouch blocking for like crazy. And now, Kerbal, can you get back out? Can you find a hit?
Pushing pressure, puts the Greed Sever on. Good block there from Kerbal, but it's not enough. Just hit with the Gun Dipper RC once again. And Emerald Knight 1 round away from taking this.
Oh, okay. Emerald Knight just needs one more, and already starting with a counter hit to go for the low. Going to be stringing it, trying to go to the corner, at least walking it down, and now just trying to get a crazy block string. But you got to remember the DP is going to hit over crouching opponents. You still don't get punished, though. Curveball definitely needs to be watching out for that.
Oh, as you see, I think both players go for air throws. Neither one is close enough, but that still means that Emerald Knight gets to put on a bit more pressure. Break through that wall once again, return to neutral. Kerbal tries to round start overhead just a little bit too far, whips, but does take back a little bit of control. Doesn't try and push any kind of offense there, afraid of the DP maybe.
Ooh. As RC was waiting for the burst to come out from Kerbal, it's their last chance to use it, and they're just not going to use it. Emerald Knight takes it 3-0.
Yeah, and we see there really, really good. I'm sorry?
What? Wait, I'm lost.
Okay, was that first game actually a button check?
It probably was. Looks like that first game was actually a whole button check. Oh, they're.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we're still the train is still rolling. All right.
Okay, we keep it going. Okay, Kerbal instantly gets that overhead now, push to the corner. Spends that RC to extend a little bit of pressure and gets that burn kick all the way into the corner.
Okay, nice. Able to get the low again. Both of them waiting each other out, just trying to poke with kick, but no. Oh, there we go. Nice counter hit coming through from Emerald Knight. Gonna wait for the burst. I saw them trying to do the burst bait, but I don't think they were blocking that exact moment.
Yeah. Just press the button immediately after, but doesn't end up mattering. Emerald Knight takes that round. Okay, now it's the 5th round in a row. And we're actually on match point. Good to know. Tries to charge directly in Emerald Knight's face.
Yes, trying to go straight in there. Going to be getting some major pointage on Kerbal. Trying to see if we're going to be able to get the kill. And there we go. Another counter sweep going to come through. RRC, we can easily set up to break this puny wall.
And now we see, once again, back to mid-screen, pushed into that corner, trying to escape, goes for the overhead, but Kerbal doesn't manage to get out. Hit with the greed sever again, and that is not going to be the set.
We had burst at the last possible second, and Kerbal is going to be trying to use it to get this last chance effort in. What?
Huh?
That's
Okay.
the new one. That's the new one.
Yeah, very interesting interaction there. Both players go for invincible reversals, both completely invul, neither wins. But doesn't matter there. Emerald Knight seals it up 3-0 over Kerbal.
I just want to point out to you at the yell that it was 3-0. I think they're about to log in for another game.
Yeah, interesting set.
I don't think I've ever seen a button check that lasts for an entire game.
Yeah,
that's the new one.
Yeah, they just started playing. It's like, it makes me think of like arcades. It's like you put the coin in, and it's like, okay, but that's not the real match. I need to get my real match in. It's like, okay, no. You gotta get off the set. But you know, they had their button check. It was a very long, very intricate button check. You know, a lot of offense and defense going on there.
Yeah, no, it definitely was, and of course, Emerald Knight really was the shiner in that set, constantly being able to, of course, get gun dipper setups, get overheads too. It really was more of the mix compared to Jam coming through. So shout outs to Emerald Knight. They're going to be moving on in our winner's side of the bracket to try to qualify towards top 8. This is a big bracket this weekend, so obviously that is going to be very far away. They still got a lot more matches to go before they can qualify to top 8, but at least their journey is starting strong.
Oh yeah, and Emerald Knight, as a note, was able to mix there, but even more so than that, was able to hold down, was able to hold Kerbal in that corner. Just keep him down there. Just every time he tried to jump out, just stuck back there, block stun, back down into that corner over and over and over again. I think that was like the main difference maker, because they were both getting hits with their overheads and their lows, but whenever Emerald Knight would push Kerbal to that corner, he just wouldn't get out. Almost every single time. He'd either die in that corner or he'd get wall broken. Obviously, then you've got positive bonus. You're putting down a lot of pressure. You're putting down a lot of damage, and there's really nothing you can do. So he did a lot of really good work to keep him stuck in that corner, more so than anything else. And I think that was the main difference maker.
Honestly, yeah, that was definitely the major thing coming out there from Emerald Knight, constantly being able to get that corner pressure up and being able to lock it in. And another character, 2 characters that could definitely do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes. We know this is a lunch check. They're not gonna prank us this time.
Get a real button check happening here.
Yes, it is going to be Leo versus the May, and of course these are two characters that can definitely bring you into the corner and keep you there either through mix or just through pure power.
Yeah, oppressive offense from both of these characters. May, huge disjointed buttons, that comically large anchor. And Leo obviously has the back turn stance, just gets a knockdown, sets up with that, and then just you're stuck in the vortex. What are you going to do about it?
I mean, either way, these players are locking it in now. They're ready to fight. Just gonna select the music, making sure we got a good track getting into this. Let's see.
What theme do we got here?
I'm gonna judge your music taste. Hold on. We're really scrolling for this one. We gotta find a gem. All right, makes sense. Makes sense.
Fair enough.
I mess with it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right.
I think the thing is that my favorite song in this game is not a Guilty Gear song.
Is it one of the Cyberpunk songs?
It's one of the Cyberpunk songs.
Okay.
It's Run to the Edge.
Oh yeah.
The one, have you watched the show?
Yes.
Yeah, the one where he first puts on the big cyber skeleton. That one.
Yeah. that is a really good song.
It's that and Big Blast Sonic. Obviously, that's a given.
Yeah. Okay, here we go though. Just letting the intros roll fully as we're getting straight into the swing of things.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing these two scrap it up, waiting to see who these players are, get a little identification sorted as we're getting straight into the first game. It is going to be Scary Larry versus Jaqworld.
Yeah, I see them get right into it. That up dolphin, but doesn't manage to get the link there into the sweep. Big DP comes out of Jaqworld. And now he's going to get that wall break into the corner. We see the jump, the new move from 2.0. Leo able to make that wall break, but the Dolphin RC lets Scary Larry take back a little bit of control of the screen, goes for the overhead, but way too far away. Big whip punish from Jaqworld. And that is not going to be the round, but it is going to be a good old-fashioned American reset. Jaqworld takes the first round.
That was a beautiful explosive start coming out from Jaqworld. Makes sense for a Leo, but right in turn, Scary Larry trying to make something happen. Get the heavy DP. Can't set up after that, but at least we get our back turn. Of course, we're jumping like we're a little kid trying to get into this candy store and see if we're going to be able to cash out. Able to get a kick in, but not much more other than that. But there we go, the guard break.
Yeah, great guard point right there. And now into that corner, just dome the overhead immediately. No super, though, even though he's got that full meter. And he's going to pay a little bit for it. May going to put down a chunk of damage. Not too much, but still, this is a pretty even game if you fought May enough. Ooh. But it's not even enough. The throw into RC is enough to seal it up, and Jaqworld takes the first round, or the first game.
Yeah, Jaqworld coming up with an explosive start so far, just molly-whopping through this May, trying to do it yet again, waiting for the Totsugeki just to 5 feet out of it, and still getting counter hits on back turn. First did happen though, and now you got to be watching these sweeps trying to come through, but hey, we DP, we're patient.
Yeah, DP right out of that. Now we see the up dolphin, full conversion in the corner. Jaqworld does not want to be in that corner. Immediate burst, but the Dolphin lets Scary Larry take back a little bit more control. Dolphin leap into JH, but no conversion there.
No conversion. Instead, you're just going to have to RRC. There we go, finding the close slash. Going to be able to get a nasty combo and trying to set up with the fireball to see if we can get some block pressure. Finds the back turn and still going to be able to get out of it, get another back turn. We get in, no parry, so you're going to get hit.
Yeah, now we do see the wall break come out from Scary Larry. Almost had negative penalty a little bit ago. Game said that he was playing a little bit too negative, but not negative enough. We see the parry come out and the pixel burst into the instant overhead, the RC, but it's not enough to kill the DP. Chip out.
This is now really rough for Scary Larry because they spent that burst at the last possible second of that last round, and now they're within the throw. This is going to be a huge deficit against them. They're making the burst back, but now Jaqworld is going to have burst. They can use it at any moment, trying to 2K out of the way, maybe see if they can get the back turn set up, but they're playing patient right now, already popping the burst.
We see into that Dolphin. Oh, and the jab catch on the up Dolphin, straight into the stance, the overhead. And no super again from Jaqworld. gets caught by the slide RC into that charge 6H.
Trying to block right now. Corner. Oh no, that is definitely going to be getting hard punished with a counter, and things are looking rough for Jaqworld as now Scary Larry really locking things in.
It's an overhead caught again, but that looks like it's going to be the round, but a drop out from Scary Larry.
There we go. Already using burst, does not even want to get pressured, and there we go, getting another hit. The burst this time going to be used in a great fashion. The deficit is still there, but at least we didn't waste it.
Yeah, but in that situation, you wish you never had to spend it at all. Unfortunate drop there. Now leaves Scary Larry in a bad situation, but he's making the best of it. Knockdown in the corner into... Oh my goodness!
The blocked burst, that's going to be so unfortunate for Jaqworld, and Scary Larry getting so much health against them. Already rushing in with Totsugeki, trying to bring the hammer down, the anchor down, and going to keep this pressure up. Gets the hit, gets the JP to get in. What else we got?
Yeah, the charge 6H into the throw, and Scary Larry puts on a clinic of May pressure right there to even up the set 1-1.
That was a beautiful way to even up this set. Explosive getting in there. And now, Scary Larry feeling very good about themselves. Already popping the burst. Got Jaqworld in the corner and finds the counter hit.
Yeah, the counter hit far slash. Lets him lock in. High, low, goes low. Once again, the 2K2D forces the burst out of Jaqworld. Now, caught there by the far slash. Once again, RC into the corner. The low and reasonable damage that May is known for takes a chunk out of Jaqworld.
There we go. Going to be able to RC cancel off that heavy DP. And right now, Jaqworld really trying to find a way back in, but gets hit on the low as they're just trying to slash in. And that's another round. Going to go to Scary Larry. Now going to be up in the set right now. Things looking more dire for Jaqworld as time goes on.
Yeah, no, Jaqworld might need a little bit of a mental reset here. Not in a great spot, and we see there, goes for the stance just on block, eats a punish now, and with that overhead as well. Moving forward, there's a 6H, my mistake. But it's not enough. Jaqworld, man, just to get a little bit of pressure, goes for the stance, jump, the back turn into the corner, doesn't have the meter to force wall break right there, but he does have that. Gets hit with the BRC round start.
Okay,
and forces the burst out from Scary Larry.
Slash down, you got the RRC still gonna be able to set up, dash to the other side. No, we're just gonna be popping super at the end, and there we go. Jaqworld gonna be able to take that round, showing, you know, you started to get some crazy stuff, but I'm still alive here. Now we're truly even Steven to see who's gonna get the leg up in the set.
We see the OTG 2K into the Dolphin, puts on a chunk of pressure, just blocking a little bit too long. Back thrown out of the corner. Ooh. And back thrown back into the corner. We got the back throw incident. Jump heavy FD to try and keep May away, but you can't keep May away for too long. The tap dust is DP'd out. Jaqworld takes back a little bit more control.
There we go, able to kick in. We got you stuck in the corner, gonna be finding that overhead and just gonna be rushing in to slice you out of this world. We're on another part of the bracket now, trying to see if we're gonna be able to 6P, but no, nothing just yet.
Now the back turn on block once again, eats a punish there from Scary Larry. Has that Dolphin charged up into the charge, does! Forces the burst out of Scary Larry, but this is a one-touch situation for both players. And the jab, it's not going to be enough to kill, but the reset will.
Beautiful stuff coming out there from Jaqworld. Now going to be leg up in the set. Needs one more to go if they want to truly make things clean and get themselves into the later parts of this winner side bracket. Already forcing the burst off of a single 5P and actually bursting themselves.
Ooh. And there we go. The jab anti-air allows Jaqworld to go for that reset into the overhead, straight to the dome. Now into that corner, already had the wall break charged up, not able to spend that meter for the knockdown. But Scary Larry is able to take back a little bit more, just pushed forward with that RC and the YRC to get Jaqworld off of him.
Well, there we go, 2K gonna be finding that heavy DP. We got you stuck in the corner now, gonna be able to cross up to get into back turn. We do it right again with that dash, and we're just gonna be slicing up, slashing up, and now we are on set point for Jaqworld.
Yeah, now pushing forward, hits that 5K into the counter hit Dolphin, knocked down in that corner, taking on a lot of pressure, and you're gonna have to keep on going. The RC overhead back throw once again for the safe jump.
Whiffing that throw, just gonna have to burst off that counter hit. The fireballs are still catching you. We're not Wolverine just yet, but we're still 5 PM to try to put you into the corner. Good to be able to secure this wall break and actually pop a OD to make sure we get that sweet, sweet hard knockdown.
Yeah, we do finally see the super wall break coming out, but we see the back throw into the corner. Once again, the deflect shield into the tap dust, but no RC behind it. RC behind that slide, though. Big chunk of damage, not going to be enough to kill, but the drop just a little bit too far for the 2H.
Oh, and trying to get it off the jump, too. There we go, another close slash. We're going to be breaking the wall with this one. We were so close to a bar tension, but because of that, we're just going to have to use a regular move. One-tap situation potentially for Scary Larry because Jaqworld actually just popped their burst. PRC right back to try to keep themselves safe, but the throw going to come through.
No OTG, though. One hit away, and uses the burst there.
Oh, it's very scary right now, but there we go. Just able to get the JP to set yourself up, and that is going to be Jaqworld has taken that set 3-1.
Yeah, that was a really great set from both players. What we saw there, Jaqworld had a lot more of that pressure on deck. Very able to take advantage of those situations where he knew he wouldn't be able to kill or he wouldn't be able to break wall and could just drop straight into like an overhead reset or go into that low. Very difficult spot to play in as, you know, the May player trying to defend there. And Jaqworld was just able to take a lot of advantage of it. A really good play from him. One thing that I wanted to note, did you notice that he was sponsored by QUIZNOS?
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't question anything of it. I've seen worse sponsorships. All right, shout out to one of the most recent LFL Extra brackets. I remember you. I saw somebody with I forgot their actual gamer tag, but their sponsor was Eno's Good Boy.
There's one group in my region. I wouldn't really call it a sponsor, but they use like the Start GG sponsor tag for it.
Yeah.
So I'll call it. Mind you, these are close friends. Okay, these are my homies.
Yeah.
And the sponsor tag is Femboy Friday.
Hey, it was Femboy Fridays yesterday. Why didn't we do anything for Femboy Fridays yesterday?
Listen, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, I'm trying to respect it. Where's Femboy Friday? That is respect.
Fair enough. But nah, they're not out here. Maybe they're watching from home. River, Justin, if you guys are back home, hi, how are you doing? But it looks like we are going to keep on moving in this bracket. This bracket's been moving fairly quickly, and it's been we've seen some good matches. We've seen some really good matches up to this point.
Yeah, no, we've been seeing some fire matches so far, and it looks like the fire matches are just going to keep coming through. We got 2 more people already set themselves up on the booth to try to make some games, as they're just going to be selecting their characters right now, making sure everything's good to go as we're getting deeper and deeper into this pool.
Oh, yeah, we're getting ready to see a bit more gameplay, and we see Baiken on screen. Baiken's been it's fallen a little bit by the wayside in the past patch or two, you know. Hasn't really been doing all that well as a character. Although, this is a Baiken. Also not a very common pick, which means I think I know who this is.
I think this is Daydream. I think this is Daydream. I recognize the look. I was looking at them. I'm like, I know I've seen them before. I swear to God. So I'm pretty sure this could be Daydream. I'm the best. I'm the best.
We've got Bitflip into Daydream here. Bitflip on the Johnny, Daydream on the Baiken. And we're getting straight into it. Gets that medium tether on. Goes for that conversion. A little bit of a drop, but the 2S allows Daydream to retake.
They're both playing patient right now. There we go. Dashing in through the air is going to be Daydream. Going to be able to put Bitflip into the corner. A few more touches. Just going to RRC to get a little bit more damage. Now you're literally a sliver up against this Baiken. Bye-bye.
Yeah, just barely survives. We might need to call Sejam for that one.
Yeah, no, that was rough. That was a rough situation for Bitflip. The pressure just came through immediately from Daydream. And the same thing again, they already have to use the burst. Bitflip trying to use these mid-range pokes. Try to at least keep them alive, but it's not working.
Yeah, now we see right there jump into the Yozansen. RC pushes forward to push a little bit more pressure. The Tatami, that late hit just lands and forces Bitflip to go back through that wall. Instant, just a round start. BRC allows Daydream to put their stamp on this game. Very, very fast first win right there.
Yeah, really beautiful start coming out there from Daydream. Already going to be getting a game on the board and immediately sweeping through and finding another counter hit to try to get another round. Already, though, Burst going to be coming through from Bitflip, but immediately as they do that, as they fall down, Daydream comes back. They get a counter hit. Daydream comes right back. And there we go, another Yozansen to try to kill you.
But we see there the 2D just a little bit more range, but Baiken doesn't have that little bit more range. Whiffs, but it does not matter. Daydream takes another round.
There we go. Yep, just going to have to block yet again. Really nice parry coming through from Daydream as they're now just trying to poke yet again. There we go, finding another counter hit. And we got you stuck in the corner yet again, bringing the sword down, and we're definitely wall breaking this with an OD.
To that parry, huge JS allows Daydream to push into that corner. And now, knockdown, gets to set that tether immediately into the throw, and the throw full combo because of the tether. RC forward into the throw once again, and Daydream is putting this one away as fast as possible.
Yeah, going to be a clean 2-0 for them right now. Bitflip, you have one more shot to try to keep yourself alive in the winner side of the bracket tonight, but already Daydream just going to be forcing that burst to come through, continuing to block, pass the sweep. Can we find? Yep, we find another grab to get the tether.
Ooh, and the cross-up Yozansen doesn't even need the RC to convert. Dangerous place to be, and the Yozansen once again. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
is that going to be round?
Go break the wall.
Just barely. Not pixel, but almost pixel. But that meaty close slash is enough to put that one away. Bitflip, one round away. Finding themselves some losers. And the medium Kabari into the forward throw. Conversion into the cross-up. Yozansen again forces the burst from Bitflip, but Daydream does not look beatable in this set at least.
Johnson coming through. There we go. Going to tether right back. Just going to try to bring the sword down, sweep a little bit. That RC to boot too. And there we go. Daydream going to close things off. Clean 3-0.
Oh yeah, absolutely incredibly solid play. Like ridiculously solid. Like if I was on that setup, I don't think I would even get a hit. I'm ridiculous. I would just get cooked. Okay. I have to look at that, and like I said before the set, we were talking about Baiken as like a character who's kind of fallen by the wayside in the past few years. But when you're really a specialist and you can sit there on your character and really, really practice and really, really grind it out, you can make other people who are like otherwise competent just kind of look foolish on the sticks. And I think that's what happened there. Incredibly good play from Daydream. Good luck to Bitflip moving on in the bracket as well, because you know obviously getting sent down to losers, you have to recover from that. But
yeah.
I mean, hopefully we see Daydream going even further in this bracket, because that was some very good play. I want to see a bit more of it.
I imagine so. I remember they top-8'd. I can't remember how far they got, but I remember they top-8'd last year over here at Byte. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to go for the same run back, trying to do the same. Of course, they're now one game further to meeting that goal. I'm pretty sure they just got to win 2 more sets if they want to move on to top 8, which will be way later in the night, over around 8 p.m. around that time, which we'll be here for.
Yeah.
We'll also be here for pool number 2. We're here for the entirety of Guilty Gear.
Listen, you're going to have us for a long time, all right?
Yes. You're going to be seeing us for all the night when it comes to Guilty Gear. So I hope you love our faces and think they're beautiful, because if not, I got bad news for you. But
listen, I hope you love our faces. I hope you like my cosplay, okay? I hope you guys at home are fans of Deadlock, okay? Because
I did not recognize Ball.
In Furnace.
I gotta play Deadlock.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I know nothing.
I think it's still like invite only right now.
I did get the invite a while ago from one of my friends.
Yeah.
I still have yet to play with her, so probably should.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I've dropped the game at this point. I don't. I love the vibes, and I love the world, and I love the characters.
Clearly.
And then I hop in, and it's like, oh, I'm playing a MOBA.
Ooh. I mean,
I have to play a MOBA with MOBA players. I don't.
I'm sorry. That's just. Yeah. No.
I know they have the Risk of Rain people on there, so I'm waiting for them to drop the roguelike mode so I can just go be a PvE champion and just kind of keep it pushing, you know. So I never have to do that again. But
I mean, I've never gotten deep into the MOBA hole myself. I can never say I've gotten into that pit. You know, hero shooters on the other hand. Shout out Marvel.
I play a good bit of Marvel Rivals.
Same here, yeah.
I'm a little bit stupid, but like in a smart way, because I insta-lock Emma Frost because nobody ever complains that you insta-lock a shield tank.
The same can't be said for me. I'm insta-locking Iron Fist.
Fair enough. I played a little bit of Iron Fist before Emma came out, and then Emma came out, and I was like, okay, so you're saying I get to have a command grab? I just get to grab people and kick them off the map? Like I'm never playing anybody else again.
Hey, I got quadruple jumps that I could just easily chase anybody I want. They just gave him an uppercut. I was like, you gave me an uppercut that can follow up into like a sweeping kick?
Yeah, he just gets full combos. But we're going to be getting into a button check right here between these two players. And one of these players I know fairly well. That is my boy Lightice, who I was talking about before the bracket started. Button checking on Kai for some reason, but you know, we're gonna.
So they play Kai, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
In the last like week and a half since I've seen him, Lightice has decided to change his life entirely. He's decided that playing mix-up characters is evil on a fundamental level, and he decided to just start playing. Okay.
I guess I'll leave. I'm evil.
Listen, playing mix-up characters is evil. Actually, this is true.
My fault.
I believe this. But we do actually see not the chip, we see Jam, which I have seen him practicing a good bit on the back end, you know, back home.
So they're evil too. They're playing Jam.
Listen. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of evil for the greater good. And right now, the greater good is the greater good of the DMV, which I need him to push through right here. We've got Lightice against GGG the Sludge.
All right. This could be another winners round 2 match. Same thing as we saw from the last game in terms of the rounds. And now we're already starting off strong for Lightice, putting up this pressure against the Sludge, who's going to be able to throw break, and now he's going to be able to swat you out.
Talk about the grab, now the forward throw here in the corner. Abba still there, just jump forward, empty jump into the throw, but that lets the Sludge get into that jealous rage. Now the Sludge is on that key. The charge low.
So there we go, getting out of install right now. Be able to actually get bursted, as right now Lightice really trying to find their way in against the Sludge. It should be a clean. Oh no, gonna get the wall break there.
Ooh, goes for the low, but it's just a little bit misspaced, and the Sludge ends up sealing that one up.
All right, Sludge already starting off. A pretty fitting name for ABBA, considering all the Sludge that's going to be going around the key. And I mean, it's going to continue going strong. We're getting more Sludge in there right now as we find a really nasty jump in.
The key grab into the Danzai.
And that OD going to be brutal, of course, getting that sweet hard knockdown, but also getting a lot of damage on Lightice right now, too, who ain't looking so hot. They're getting very close to burst. Let's hope they can get it before they die out.
Expensive burst there to get out of the defensive situation. One touch would have sealed it up, but now Lightice has a mountain to climb and has to do it with that overhead, but just gets tapped low, and the Sludge takes the first game.
All right, beautiful work from the Sludge, already getting the first game on the board, seeing if they're going to be able to continue this pressure, or if Lightice is going to be getting a different answer. And we're going back to the character
I think we're
select.
seeing the chip. Don't. What's
I was about to say, we're spent a lot of time on that Bedman right there. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I know about the jam. I've never heard of this man playing Bedman.
Listen, it's the day 2 Bedman. You don't need to know.
The day 2 Bedman. Listen. Vacuum JS, that's all I need. That's all I need. I'm just going to win the entire set off of that one button.
Exactly. We got to be playing ignorant like that. Just keep using the same move. Eventually, they're going to die.
That's how this works. That's how that works. See, just a little bit goes to the drop right there. Gets the hit, the DP comes out immediately. Lightice now dashing up. The 5K 2D gets the knockdown, puts that rope on the screen. And now, able to air dash in, get a few hits, and just goes for that super, immediately breaks that wall.
Really good break on that wall right now. Here we go. Lightice going to continue this pressure, trying to see, no, not going to get an overhead. Instead, getting counter hit, and now you're in a rough situation. Oh, getting grabbed again.
Ooh, overhead on the other side. And just gets hit by the wake up super.
Really good start there again for the Sludge, being able to swat out this chip. You may switch characters, but you're not switching this game. But there we go, Lightice able to get in, just do a JS after that Alpha Blade. Going to be able to break the wall.
Now, you see here, gets caught by that dive once again. And now the Sludge has him knocked down in the corner. Key grab plus on block, but doesn't manage to keep up any pressure. That drop once again.
There we go, YRC coming through for Lightice, who's still not able to get in against the Sludge. Can he be able to find the throw? Can we get something here from that? A little 2D, a little cloning action, but just getting jumped in on yet again is not going to prove worthy.
Now, once again, goes into the overhead.
Okay.
Once again, that drop comes out. Lightice has no answer for it. Ooh, but does have that. Goes for the JH, 2K2D knocked out now in the corner with the 2H whiffs.
There we go.
Overhead RC, double, triple overhead. Version to get that kill. The RC does let the Sludge get that kill and goes up 2-0.
All right, the 2-0 right now coming through for the Sludge. Needs one more to lock it in and keep it going. And of course, move on to our winners quarterfinals to try to get into that top 8. And
now we see the Alpha Blade come out, get hit onto the Sludge, but the Sludge with the counter hit on the Beta Blade.
There we go. Try to get another forward slash to be able to keep up this pressure. Try to see if they're going to be finding anything high-low. All of it was mainly going low, and all of it was not hitting. Now trying to see maybe if we're going to go high. No?
Yeah, we see him just staggering that wreck up, putting a lot of risk on the board. Goes for the overhead. Good block from the Sludge, but still gets hit. Now trapped in that corner, jabbing, trying to get out, but the 6P is enough. The Sludge now pushing away from that space and gets the Jealous Rage on. Very dangerous.
Doesn't want anything to do with the corner.
Now it's going to pop. Stuck locked down there, no meter on the board, not able to do anything, but the 6P comes out against the overhead once again.
There we go, just going to be seeing the wall get absolutely shattered as the Sludge going to be jumping right back in, but there we go, nice far slash counter hit, and now setting up the tightrope burst, taking you all the way to the wall.
And now knocked down all the way away, but with 2 bars of meter on deck.
PRC waiting out. Nice PRC cancel.
Jab anti-air into the overhead. That air dash to catch, and Lightice puts a round on the board.
All right. Really nice start for Lightice. You're really able to get the tightrope set up. I'm going to be able to 2K2D yet again. Another tightrope as now we're just trying to get in. Finally, the Sludge going to swat us away, but we get a Beta Blade in there in order to save our lives.
But now we see there Jealous Rage straight into the catch, forces the burst out of Lightice, and the counter hit, the anti-air, sent into that corner, but the Sludge out of Jealous Rage now has to defend it in this situation. Hasn't gotten caught by that overhead as of yet, but and the RC for the overhead lets the Sludge go into Jealous Rage into the overhead. Lightice domed, and the Sludge on match point.
Match point right now for the Sludge. If they win this, they move on in our bracket tonight. Trying to get out of the way, see if they're going to be able to slam in. Nice little 2Ps coming through, but Lightice going to get a counter hit. yet again in all this pressure.
Yeah, we see right there, the Sludge activates the Sludge, deactivates the Sludge, puts the key grab on, and that's going to go through the wall. Now Lightice in a situation playing for his life right here. What is he going to be able to do? Trade there, but a trade's not good when you're playing chip, and nearly a chip out there too, forced to gold burst, manages to get it, but just gets counterpoked there in the mid-screen. The Sludge takes it 3-0. Lightice goes down to the lower bracket.
All right, Lightice, you're just going to have to fight yourself out now on the loser side of the bracket, but that's going to be the Sludge. Moving on, needs to win 2 more sets if they want to make it into the top 8, and we'll see later on in this pool if that is going to be the case.
Oh yeah, you just have to keep it pushing, but I mean it's a difficult bracket. We've seen a lot of very strong players come through, and we saw there the Sludge definitely playing very well. There's been a lot of conversation about ABBA having gone down badly after 2.0. I think I can confidently say that the rumors appear untrue. You know, still definitely strong, not like a monster like she was before, but still definitely strong, still definitely usable.
Yeah, no, this ABBA is still proving to be a challenge, especially for somebody like Chip. You know, if they get swatted, of course, that's going to be a lot of power being put onto somebody like a Chip who's got very little health and defensive to begin with in the first place. So now, just going to be getting on and moving on to one of our next sets, as we're already seeing the players just trying to sit down and chill out right there.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're up against somebody who has big damage, you can put a lot of pressure on. I mean, Fly Swatter versus Fly.
True.
5-5 matchup.
That implies, you know, the Fly can fight back against the Fly Swatter.
I mean, the Fly can fight back.
Can the Fly swat the Fly Swatter out of your hand?
I mean, this Fly can.
I mean, I say that 5 times fast. The Fly Swatter, the Fly Swatter out of your hand. The Fly Slot, the...
Yeah.
Either way, going to be getting into this next set right now, already here in the character select theme underway. So we're going to be finding our mains just soon enough. Of course, I see you. I see you in the audience, Rose. I see you. Rose! They're ignoring me. I'm being ignored. This is the worst.
I mean, can they hear you?
I'm always yelling at them. They're always yelling at me.
Fair enough. I mean, hopefully.
Maybe both of our ears have gone deaf.
It's possible.
It has. I've definitely gone deaf over the years.
I mean, I'm going like a little bit deaf. I mean, you go to too many concerts, you just end up like a little bit cooked.
I mean, yeah. That's just going to happen.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, you do what you got to do. Your ears will come back one day. Maybe mine will.
Yeah, that's how that works. You do permanent damage, and like it'll become impermanent by force of will.
Yeah, no, it's like a healing factor.
Yeah, yeah. I'm Wolverine. I'm
Yes.
literally Wolverine.
Yeah, we just got the healing factor. You know, eventually it'll come back. It's just
Essentially.
it's a very slow healing factor.
Yeah,
So
it's one of these days, you know, one of these days will be good. But, you know, we don't have to wait until one of these days to be good at fighting games, because we're good at that right now. And we've got some people who are good at fighting games right now. Getting ready to start on the setup. We're just seeing, I think,
they waved hi to me. Hi! Hi, Rose!
That's good. But yeah, just waiting for the setup to get straight so we can get into the next match. It's just taking a little time.
We had Knicks in 5! Knicks in 5! Knicks. I don't care. It's going to be Knicks in 4 next year. I don't care. That's one of our big bats we have with each other. The Knicks versus the Wolves for next year for NBA. The Knicks are taking it. We're saying if the Knicks and the Wolves even go up against each other. In the
Aren't you from North Carolina?
Born and raised in NYC, though.
Okay, fair
Come
enough.
on.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I was going to be like, okay, wait, you have a home team.
I don't know what you're talking.
I mean, you do.
Yes.
They suck. But also, I'm from Maryland, so my home team sucks too. You have to. You gotta support your local at least a little bit. At least a little.
I guess.
Support your locals.
I mean, yes, support your locals.
Everybody at home, support your locals.
Yes, support
even if
your
they're the
locals.
Washington Wizards.
Aight.
Listen,
Cut the feet.
listen. I say this because in DC we had an FGC local that was literally the Washington Wizards.
What do you mean by that?
Like it was at the Washington Wizards Stadium. It was part of like that whole stadium complex.
Really?
Yeah, because you know how they do like NBA like 2K League and stuff.
Yeah.
They had their own facilities for like that kind of thing, right? And then while they weren't being used for like those kinds of events, they would also run other stuff there. And one of the things that they would run a Smash monthly, and they would run an FGC monthly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And that's how I started. Well, it's not how I started commentating, but it's how I started commentating FGC because I was doing work there. Unfortunately, as happens to every venue in the DMV over the past like year and a half, they're reduced to atoms. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a fun time, you know.
I mean, I can only imagine. I've never been there myself, but it must have been pretty cool at least being in a stadium like that.
But yeah, my local was literally the Washington Wizards.
I guess they support the FGC, or at least they did before the venue got.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Either way, just gonna be waiting now. It's just we're just looking over the beautiful Hampton, Virginia venue, and there's a lot of course, there's a small artist alley over here. There's still a lot of games that people can, you know, go through. We were talking about the arcade cabinets earlier. I have yet to check out a lot of it myself, mainly because I literally came in last night, did 2 XKO, went out for drinks, and then went to my hotel room. And then I woke up today, checked out my hotel, and I got here.
Oh yeah, no, Artist Alley, arcade cabs, a lot of free play consoles, bring your own game console. Have you seen the mystery game set up?
I have not.
Yeah, because I'm in mystery game later. It's like, it's like a weird like emulator arcade cab thing.
Okay.
Where you literally just press. There's like a big button, like a big red button. Like it looks like the Staples like that was easy button, like one of those. And you just press that button, and it just opens a random game.
Really? That's... How have I've never seen that for a mystery game bracket before, but that's actually fire.
Yeah, it's like this whole like cool bespoke setup, and then like for games that require a controller, there are controllers plugged into, and then otherwise there's like an arcade stick set up there. I mean, well, I'm in mystery bracket, so I'm gonna have to play on it at some point. But like, you should check it out whenever this block ends, because like it's sick.
I mean, yeah, I'll definitely have to check out the setup at least, because that sounds pretty fire. But there we go, making sure everything is all set and good to go. Looks like we got our next match underway, and it looks like we got a pot player pulling up in here too.
Oh yeah, we got big bodies on screen, and I'm a big fan. We got the big body Potemkin, and we got, listen, don't let the small physical size fool you. May is a big body in spirit. Okay?
She's a big dog in her mind.
She's a big dog in her mind. Oh, right here we got Valkyraboo versus ThereGoesMySanity on the May, Valkyraboo on the Potemkin. And I think this is just a button set.
Yeah, looking like it. Just making sure we got all our buttons set, making sure everything is right and dandy. And it looks like it potentially is, as we're going right back to the character select. And we're just, oh, okay, we gotta make sure our buttons are truly correct. There we go, we're all good to go.
Just gotta make sure.
All right. There we go, getting into the swing of things. This is winners quarterfinals over here in the winner's side, so whoever wins this has one more set to go before they can lock it in for top 8. And it is actually Valkyraboo who's able to take out Emerald Knights. So they're in the losers bracket.
Forces the burst out of ThereGoesMySanity. Doesn't want to be caught in that Potemkin Garuda. Slide head into that charge to dash forward.
Here we go, PRC trying to come through. Need to find another connection in there. Here we go, getting swatted out of the Skyo. And Valkyraboo going to be able to get right back into the swing of things. Try to Garuda impact.
Yeah, and there we got the Garuda guard crush right there. But ThereGoesMySanity holds it down. And then just can retake a little bit, and now pushing into that corner, but the back throw once again into that corner. The tap dust into the 2D counter hit, but no kill there. The 6K, though, is enough.
All right, 6K pulling through, and already a very strong start for Valkyraboo. Immediately getting a jump in 2, getting that counter hit, but right back, and the same thing can be said for ThereGoesMySanity. Counter hits are coming out a dime a dozen.
And now, not close enough to land that Potemkin Buster. ThereGoesMySanity was just blocking, holding down back. But we do see the heavenly Potemkin Buster.
Good lord, this is going to hurt like a freight train. Actually hurt into death because Valkyraboo is going to be able to take the first game.
Yeah, absolutely great play there. And can I say something?
Yeah, speak your truth.
I hate that Potemkin's move where he slides forward is called Hammerfall, and that his move where he slams on the ground like a hammer is called Slide Head. Like, why?
Don't question it.
Like,
That's
why? It's always thrown me off. I feel like nobody talks about this enough. They need to talk about this more. But we do see the Hammerfall come out there. The armor allows Valkyraboo to take a little bit more, just gets that hit, pushes into the corner, and gets that wall break now. In positive bonus.
There we go. Going to be able to find the flick, trying to just slide head down.
Oh my goodness!
Heavenly Pot Buster setup. Another one in the set tonight. Okay, Valkyraboo just playing out of their minds. All right.
It's heavenly. Heavenly on the stream right now, and it's a double heavenly right there. Valkyraboo takes another round with the Hammerfall break cancel. Into that jump heavy now, into the corner, the close slash. Big Meaty tries to jump out, but ThereGoesMySanity trapped and eats the Potemkin Buster. RC straight into the Heat Knuckle, and that is going to be a perfect for Valkyraboo.
And that's also going to be another game for Valkyraboo. They are literally coming out of the woodworks, just slamming, and now we are one game away from them locking into those winner semis in the pools to get into top 8. And we're already getting another Potemkin Buster to start us off.
Yeah, the Margarita. Oh my goodness.
Another one.
Is that going to be another perfect? Two perfects in a row from Valkyraboo.
They are playing actually out of their minds. I cannot even lie. We are on set point right now already for Valkyraboo. Burst coming through right now for ThereGoesMySanity, who has to find a way in, gets clashed, and there we go.
Yeah, unfortunate now. The Garuda into DI, the Garuda. ThereGoesMySanity. There goes your health bar into that corner now, and caught again with the RC. That is going to be the set. Valkyraboo moves on 3-0 through ThereGoesMySanity.
Oh my God.
One of your homies from NC,
Yes.
Ltfarman on my side. Oh, well, not directly my side, coming from Virginia, so that's DMV. We claim that. But yeah, we're looking to get straight into this one. Like you said, button check already down. RoseHashira on that Millia, and Farman on the jam. Third one that we've seen on screen today.
Really nice JH to start off before the burst went through, and now Rose trying to find another way in, but things are looking very rough. Nice counter hit coming through from Ltfarman and going to keep it going. Already going to be able to break the wall on against a character as low health as Millia. It's definitely going to be hitting hard.
Yeah, that jam low from way downtown allows Farman to put a lot of damage on, but now we're in the loop against Millia, which is not a spot he wants to be in, and just gets caught the air dash, jump heavy, 2K, 2D into the disc. The YRC out, lets him escape, but the low is caught, back thrown into that corner, and that super is going to seal up that first round for RoseHashira.
It was just a lot of stacked up over and over. Every single throw or hair disc Go-Ky situation we got was just a little more and a little more to take the jam out. And now Rose trying to find a way in yet again. Hair disc after 2K, 2D, but first right back out.
Yeah, we see there the 2K, 2D into the hair lash. That low once again from way downtown catches RoseHashira. Uses Capo to try and same side low. Gets Farman now into this corner. The Capo once again tries to catch. Both characters just leaping around the stage. We've got real air movement in this matchup. He goes for that low, catches RoseHashira once again. The low again tries to overhead, but is a little bit too far. That FD but RoseHashira backdashes, jumps back a little bit too much, now in danger of going into negative penalty, but manages to get the touch there, the 2K, and now the setup into the couple. Oh my goodness.
Set up one more time, and there we go. That is going to be Rose taking the first game of this set. Right, we're already trying to, you know, hit things, guns a-blazing. And it looks like we're going to be going back into the character select. Actually going to be going to our Sin.
Yeah, we do see the Sin come out from Ltfarman. I'm not too sure of this change, because we did see RoseHashira taking a lot of hits from those lows, but maybe wants to have a DP on hand. Just meterless, not have to, you know, spend for the reversal. And Sin also has the ability to do a good bit of mix, canceled into lows and overheads as well, so pick, but doesn't look to be in a great spot right here, just caught falling by that JH, and now going through the wall, presses a button, but caught by that BRC.
Just trying to lay on the pressure. There we go. Finds the low, and Rose going to continue this, trying to find the hair disc. At least going to be able to find the wall break. Actually going to kill for a perfect. Rose really making a statement so far with this swing switch.
And now we see there the DP, like I mentioned, comes out to catch RoseHashira trying to jump. 2K immediately bursted by Ltfarman. Doesn't want to be caught in that 2K2D, but the 2K2D will continue until morale improves. DP baited by RoseHashira, but now in the corner, and the hook stomp.
Lieutenant drop. Oh, the JH right back though from Rose, definitely adding on a lot of damage. Tried for it again, just try to run up with the close slash. Okay, there we go. Gonna be able to find, got DP'd out of. Really good time to use the burst for Rose. Try to PRC in, 2K2D, set up the hair disc yet again.
Ooh, but we see there cross, and just gets counter hit by the close slash. Same side low, DP bait, and it ends up coming out. RoseHashira seals up that first game, and back to character selector that second game.
Going back, actually feeling like the jam might have been the better option. You know, things felt a lot more solid. We were on jam, maybe just locking in a little more, and we can take some games.
I think because one of the things that Ltfarman got a lot of mileage out of in that first game was going for the low from very high up. Was pretty consistently getting hits with those, and even when he didn't, was able to RC for extended pressure. Which is why I kind of questioned the swap off to the Sin in the first place, but we saw there use the DP a bit, didn't really feel it, and wants to go back to this jam. Let's see what happens. Into the low, into the low, into the low, straight burst, into the overhead, trying to condition there, but there is no conditioning.
Yeah, Ltfarman really wanted that corner to the point that they used burst, but now they're going to find another way in, try to see if they're going to find the kill on this Millia Rage. Going to find another low in the corner and overhead. Uh-oh.
Oh, but
no way.
Didn't go for the kill there.
Interestingly enough, not. And now Rose is just kind of zipping around, finds a bad moon.
And there we see the bad moon, instant overhead, caught. Now the throw, going to put the disc on. Caught again with the throw. The disc is on again, gets hit by the JP. And now a very dangerous situation that Ltfarman could have gotten out of by getting the kill there, but the JP is enough. And he manages to seal up that round. Just barely, almost let it fall through the cracks.
Yeah, that was very rough with Ltfarman near the end there. At least they were able to still clutch up that round, burst right back from Rose, who's already got Ltfarman in the corner, and is now trying to see a bad moon, just dashing for a throw, and of course set up the hair disc.
The disc into the 2K2D, overdrive, sends through the wall, the knockdown into the throw, probably going to put heavy disc on. Forces the gold burst, is baited out by RoseHashira, and gets the side switch there. The overdrive isn't, wow, okay.
Yeah, straight up took that right there, and now we are on set point for Rose to try to move on in the winner side of our bracket here. Just try to see if they can find a 2K2D, gonna find the hair disc, and let's just keep the train going.
But there we see JH 2K dash up throw now once again caught by that jump heavy. RC the S disc and the backdash. Great backdash there from Ltfarman. Gets the charge there for the dragon kick. We're just kicking. We're just kicking.
One of these kicks eventually going to find their way in. Burst, though, coming through from Ltfarman. Going to be able to lock Rose in the corner for 0.5 seconds before Rose is already starting to make their way out of it, able to just Rose hop into the hair disc. And now he got you on the wall. We just need one more lock in, and there we go.
Yeah, slightly misspaced the overhead and pays for it with the set. RoseHashira over Ltfarman 3-0. Great play there from RoseHashira.
That was really good gameplay from RoseHashira, especially we really noticed it in the first round, like being able, they were down and out, almost at death, but being able to constantly get different situations, either through hair disc Oki and transform that into throws for nice strike throw, or being able to constantly just get the 2K2D off and being able to sneak through with cross-ups with air dashes. Really good coming out from Rose. No matter how little health they had, they always had composure, and because of that, that's why they're moving on in the bracket on the winner's side.
Yeah, and we saw there RoseHashira. Both players able to get a lot of hits in a lot of different situations. Farman able to get a lot from the low cancel, the special cancelable low.
Yes.
And RoseHashira able to get a lot as well from, the 2K2D disc, the throw disc as well. But we see there Millia definitely able to stick to a character much, much, much more than Jam is, and able to just continuously loop that pressure over and over and over again. Farman, even when he swapped off the character to somebody else who had a DP, didn't really have an answer for it, and by the end it kind of showed.
Yeah, no, by the end it really showed, and that's kind of why the set went the way it did, and Rose was the one that was able to move on. But now we got two people that we have seen here before tonight on the set. It is going to be Daydream going up. This is actually a top 8 qualifier set, as this is going to be Daydream versus, I'm pretty sure, going to be selecting, I already know. Where is it? Come on, where's Potemkin? There it is. Potemkin is going to be Valkyraboo.
Yep.
All right, remember, this is a top 8 qualifier. Whoever wins this gets to move on to top 8, and we'll be seeing them later tonight. So let's see who's going to want it more and get the dub.
Yeah, we've got two characters here who are very dangerous in that close range. Obviously, Baiken with those parries, with the tether, with a lot of the other options that she only gains access to with that tether. And Potemkin with, Pot Buster, Garuda, just all of those tools that he can use and that he can RC as well to just put on massive amounts of pressure. So this one's going to be a brawl.
Oh yeah, no, this is 100% going to be a nasty brawl, especially with these two. So we're just going to be seeing who's going to want it more as they're getting straight into the swing of things. We already got the button check. We're already situated there. And now we're just going to be making sure we got our ults, we got to judge the music track. The circle? No, we're still scrolling. Oh, okay, the new Robo-Ky theme. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
I was about to say something about circle, but then they're still scrolling. So I was like, maybe a different song?
Honestly, if we're playing a Robo-Ky theme, I want Holy Orders.
Fair.
Or sorry, not Holy Orders. the questionable version of Holy Orders.
Mankind.
Either way, though, here we go. Going to be in the winners quarterfinals now. Of course, the winner moves on to the winners semis and the top 8. And now we're immediately just trying to slam through into the wall.
But yeah, here we see forced a burst out of Valkyraboo. Would have otherwise gotten the wall break, but we see the JS. No conversion there, but does manage to get the hit right afterwards. Tatami into that corner, and it's going to be wall splat, a wall break for Daydream.
Ooh. Chop, getting out of the way, and now just trying to continue to block. There we go, going to find the jump in, and now playing patient, you just get chopped for a counter hit, and now Valkyraboo just trying to fight back, got you on the wall, got you in the corner. Okay, does this reversal? Yes.
Yeah, it does end up catching there, but it doesn't do too much damage. Potemkin, big health bar, but not enough to save him. Daydream takes that first round.
Nice start from Daydream there, immediately trying to see if they're going to be able to jump in, maybe find a tether, not setting up the tether actually. There we go, have it this time around, and now just going to be trying to keep ourselves close range.
Now there we go, Blue Burst comes out, Valkyraboo now pushing forward, the Heat Knuckle to pull in, 2K2D forces the burst out of Daydream, but that air dash forward allows Daydream to retake a bit of momentum now into this corner. Knockdown, close slash 2D.
Ooh, and that's literally a sliver of health for Valkyraboo right now. Any touch, and you're going to be taken out, which is exactly the case there. As Daydream going to be able to lock the first game on the board. We're immediately getting straight into the swing of things, trying to lock it in on our Potemkin, and already Daydream is just putting up this pressure and getting the tether.
Yeah, and we see there the jump D comes out, and we see the projectile flit come out for Valkyraboo. Tethered together though, so not a great place to be, but the whiff throw there from Daydream puts them in an even worse situation, and into the Garuda.
Bang! There we go, little Heat Knuckle, never did anybody no wrong, going to be able to break the wall, and then BRC coming through actually. Daydream now starting to feel a little bit better, going to be able to find the throw, still got the tether set up on Valkyraboo, and that's still a lot of damage. Yosansa gets blocked, we find the burst, we're in BRC, uh-oh!
Into the reversal super, but baited out, and yeah Potemkin Buster is hit with the shoot down backbreaker. It's over for you. Valkyraboo puts a round up here, and now has to fight there, but gets caught while doing slide head with that JS. 6P to escape the corner into the heat tackle. Gold Burst comes out from Daydream now, building a bit of meter, but taking a lot of damage alongside it, and even more damage here from the Gigantor-Kai into the Heat Knuckle. I don't think it's close enough to break. Oh, I lied. It is close enough to the corner to break wall. But now Daydream with 100 meters spends one for BRC and doesn't get the chance to spend the other. Valkyraboo puts their first game on the board.
All right, really solid start coming out there, honestly, from both sides now, tying up the set, tying things together. Valkyraboo definitely making their fight well known, and now immediately trying to burst, trying to see if they're going to be able to poke in, but Daydream, they're trying to keep themselves safe right now at a very good range to see if they can poke in.
Yeah, and Valkyraboo swinging with that 6H, a lot of recovery, but the reward on counter hit is just too high to ignore, especially with that tether on you. But that far slash allows Daydream to push forward now. Puts the tatami on, but flips the tatami.
There we go, gonna be able to bring it back down, try to find the jump in. There we go, gets the mat, and we're immediately popping OD, securing this wall break, and of course getting that hard knockdown with just a little bit of life left alive for Valkyraboo. Things are looking pretty tough. Uh-oh, you're dead.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to hold that. That's going to be another round going to Daydream, and goes for the round start Kara Buster. Valkyraboo feeling very, very, very nonsensical. I can't lie to you. That's a nonsensical thing to do. But it's not that nonsensical. Unfortunately, now caught in this spot, gets hit with the gun super, hard knockdown. You kind of wish you did something else at round start there.
Nice, gets the throw off, and there we go. Daydream locking in with a perfect, and going to be able to take another game, one game away from being our first top 8 qualifier here tonight.
Listen, in that situation, if you're conditionable, then you've been conditioned. Don't go for round start Carapot Buster. But sometimes you have to become ungovernable. I wonder if we see that one from Valkyraboo. But we do see the hit come there. The Escabari puts the tether on, forces the burst out from Valkyraboo, and goes for the pot buster, but the reversal super comes out. Daydream moving forward, the 6P.
Okay.
Into the Heat Knuckle, 2K2D. Now you're in it. And now you're out of it. The big pot buster, you're in the vortex, the jump back into the 6H of Valkyraboo. Takes that round.
Oh, can we go band for band? Can we go bar for bar on both sides? The rounds or the games? We'll see what happens when Daydream is already getting in, but there we go. Slide head after the counter hit, but the parry to back through for Daydream.
Yeah, that's the first the close range parry that we've seen this set. Oh, goes for the flick, caught low, and now has the deflect shield to get Daydream off of them, but
getting counter hit out of your pot buster. Heavenly pot buster to boot is so unfortunate, as now you're just gonna find another way to poke in. RRC set up perfect for Daydream to get a bunch more damage. Needs one more connection to take you out.
Yeah, but a pot with that much health, listen, it can still cook you. It's just a question of what happens here. We see the flick come out. Nothing that would let pot put on full pressure. But we do see now, caught there, knocked out in that corner. Caught with the heat knuckle. Goes straight through the wall, but neither character has meter. Just a one-touch situation on both sides. The flick once again. The heavenly guest, but no, it doesn't come off. Valkyraboo goes down, and Daydream puts another round on the board, now at match point.
Now we're going to be at match point after we're already popped the burst. If we're Daydream, trying to keep ourselves safe, finding a little low sweep, but the gold burst.
Ooh, with the gold burst.
You know, that was a really good.
Goes for guest heat knuckle, taking a lot of damage for his trouble. Now gets the flick onto Tatami. The blue RC on the gun super, but the guard crush means that he's not plus enough to get the punish. Now Daydream has that knockdown in the corner. The flex shield manages to keep on pressure with Yozansen. And the heavy Kabari.
Bang! All right, there we go. Daydream just a little bit away from taking this set. Yozansen just needs literally any connection.
Oh my goodness! Daydream feeling a little bit too froggy, goes for 2 Yozansens in a row and gets heavenly pot busted for their trouble. Now it's a one-touch situation. The BRC jump back.
Slide head trying to come through, but there we go! Just air connection and Daydream breathing a sigh of relief as they are locking themselves in to the top 8.
Oh my goodness. Great gameplay from both players, and we saw their Daydream just able to seal it up, but oh my god.
that went from all right. Daydream's chilling right now. They could try to take this and maybe do a little bit of rescue. Then when that heavily pot buster just swooped in, I was like, okay. Yeah, anyone can take this.
I can't speak. It's over for me.
Oh.
It's ridiculous, but you see the 2 players just fist bumping. It's all love over there. As we go through, and we see Daydream make their way to top 8 winners side.
Yes, they're going to be making it to the top 8 winners side. Of course, Valkyraboo just going to have to fight one more match in the loser side of the bracket if they want to make it up to the top 8 on the loser side. So that's still a match they're going to have to face later on. But first, it looks like we got another top 8 qualifier coming out here tonight, because I already see my boy Rose right there trying to lock things in. And they're going to be going up against
the Sludge, who we had on stream earlier. ABBA putting the Sludge on the key. And we're going to see, you know, who's more equipped for this, Millia versus ABBA. I think that's I think in times past, that's been another fly swatter in the fly matchup, you know.
Honestly, yeah. It kind of has been that case. Of course, ABBA could still just hit you like crazy. And I will definitely say for sure there's no real ABBA locals poking about for Rose to practice against. So I'm not sure how Rose is going to be against this matchup.
Yeah, it's very fly swatter versus the fly, but the fly swatter can also turn into a fly, but it's like a super fly. like an incredibly buff fly.
I just see Rose doing his.
You can turn into the fly from JoJo's Part 3, the one that had a stand that was like controlling the plane.
Oh. I mean, the fly is flying around like crazy. That is Millia, so maybe we did take control of that plane. Who knows though? Because we're already going in trying to see if we can lock in a good track. I didn't see what track that was. I did not see.
What track is that? Is that Perfection Can't Please Me? I hope it's not.
I think it is. I think it is. I did see the word perfection.
Oh, come on, guys.
Bro.
Come on, guys. You're going to make us listen to Perfection Can't Please Me? That's crazy. Are you going to make us listen to Perfection Can't Please Me? What song did y'all choose? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Listen, I did not know this was an NC anthem until 5
Since
seconds
when?
ago. When was this an NC anthem?
Oh, my goodness.
I guess I'm a LARPer since I didn't notice. No, I was not there for that. I was...
Oh my god. This is an NC anthem? Y'all making me not want to pull up the SQ, because what do you mean this is an NC anthem?
We need a hot tub. Same.
Oh my goodness.
I'm about to do that tonight after the top 8. Yeah, the prefix.
Are we shilling SQXL now?
I mean, yeah.
Listen, I'd love to shill SQXL. I love my North Carolina homies. You guys are running in I think September, right?
October 3rd for the 4th we are running, and we got a bunch of
3rd
anime games down there. If you want to play the newly released Avatar, we got you. If you want to play Marvel just like me and fight my Wolverine, we got you. We got you like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, everybody that's on the East Coast, we gotta rock with each other, okay? We gotta defend each other, even when their anthem is apparently Perfection Can't Please Me. I don't know when this started.
Hey, we're home turf now for the Arc World Tour. The grand finals are going to be in New York, so East Coast is the place to be this year.
It is. It is. I need Mamdani to pull up, honestly.
Trust.
It would be so peak.
Either way, we got to figure out who's still making it into this top 8 as we're already getting these hair disc setups, and it's already going to be looking like this wall is getting broken unless we pop the burst, or we just drop.
Oh, and we see right there, just taps with the 2P, trying to play a bit of pressure, gets the cancel into the dash forward, puts that disc on, spends the RC, no conversion though, but does mix there with the overhead, breaks through that wall. The Sludge still has that burst, hasn't spent it. Doesn't seem like they're going to spend it.
Oh! And there we go. Hair disc coming through. Going to be able to take at first round. Really solid gun out there from Rose. Sludge still has burst in the back pocket if they want to use it, especially off this counter hit. You might be seeing it.
You see right there the air dash once again. That box dash from Millia. So difficult to deal with.
Bad move coming through too. See if we can find another connection. 2K2B setting up the hair disc and zipping right back.
Find it through, but it's not enough. And now gets hit with that key grab. Now we've got the Superfly on screen. But it's not enough. Still gets caught and gets punished there from the key activation. The Sludge goes down and RoseHashira takes the first game.
Taking the first game and really thinking right there. Looking at me too.
Really the thinker. But now we got to get back into it. 6B comes out from the Sludge. Does manage to get the hit with that close slash. Forces the burst out before they can get into Jealous Rage state. And RoseHashira. Ooh, a good parry there from the Sludge. Now hit with the Danzai. Full conversion. Going to find yourself going through that wall. But you won't reset here. Straight into throw. Into the Jealous Rage.
There you go. BRC coming through, but really nice counter hit. There we go. The Sludge. Take it around.
That's the closest slash I've ever seen in my life. Literally pressed against your opponent. But we see there the drop once again comes through. And that forward throw into the Jealous Rage. 2K key grab goes into the wall. And now trapped in that corner, but the JH lets RoseHashira play a little bit of pressure, and the key grab gets that deactivation, builds up a little bit more of that meter, and now with positive bonus, the 6P.
Okay, backing up right now. Really just backdashing like crazy. Now just trying to zip in, seeing if we're going to be finding another connection. There we go, going to be able to hit through. Let's see if we can dash in. JH, we got you like that.
But now, caught in this corner, mix zip, but at same side, gets caught by that counter hit. 5H, the Sludge puts a game on the board. Comically large. Listen, I have to rock with any character that's using a comically large blunt weapon. Cause like I have to respect it. Like, look at it. Yeah. Just lugging it around. Like, I know it's not a very good button, but I love that 5H so much because it's like I'm just going to swing this thing at your head, and it might hit you. But we see there now, caught in that corner, the Sludge getting mixed and gets the deactivation right in the middle. Unblockable mix, unfortunately, because of that, forces the YRC out and has to jump out. Locked down once again, the zip, but manages to land that drop. Bang. And now, a little bit of... The Sludge does take the hit from the winger there. And that is going to be the round going to RoseHashira.
All right, RoseHashira trying to stay alive. You know, it's 1-1 in these games right now, but we can still try to keep a leg up. There we go, JH on the fall down, set up the hair disc situation. Yet again, putting yourself to the wall, get another hair disc set up. 2K2D, why not one more?
So yeah, caught here now. The Capo once again into the 2K2D. Overdrive to go straight through that wall. And just the run-up close slash counter hit. Millia doesn't do enough damage to force anything out, and we do see the burst come out from the Sludge.
There we go, JH.
The jump heavy allows for the heavy disc once again, and it allows for RoseHashira to take this third game, actually, make the set 2-1. We go straight back into it.
2-1 now, and now one game away for RoseHashira to be able to make it towards the top 8. They already top 8'd in Grand Blue, so why not do both for the Arxis treasures?
And now, Winger goes through the wall.
Okay, got the hard knockdown, immediately just trying to run in. Nice land down coming through, but there we go, sending up the hair disc yet again. He tried to swat during that too.
Yeah, just tried to hit that 5P, but it doesn't catch in that kind of situation. We do see the Jealous Rage. Unactivate, reactivate, but almost out of the meter now. You're gonna have to do something soon, but on empty now, has to restore before they can reactivate, but the Capo catch is... and RoseHashira makes it match point over the Sludge.
There we go, swatting out, and maybe able to get another grab through.
The aerial key grab into the overhead, tasting your own medicine, Millia.
Bang! Gonna be doing it one more time, bringing the key out, and there we go, getting a sweet wall break now. Gonna be able to really poke out against Rose again and get another counter hit.
Yeah, the counter hit close slash once again into that big super. Incredibly overkill. Nobody has ever been as dead as this Millia is. And the perfect from the Sludge fighting back. But RoseHashira is still on match point, has that burst on deck, gets counter hit by the close slash, manages to get that burst out to escape. Overhead 2K2D, disc on once again. You have to guess, and you're guessing wrong. Disc on once again, zip through, cross up, but the key grab goes straight through, and now the Sludge in their strongest state possible, but it's a question of whether they can get a hit before they pop, and they do.
Nice, JH to fall down, setting up the hair disc yet again, and going to be carrying with another close slash, set up another hair disc to pull through. You're so close right now, Rose. Just keep locking it in. Bad Moon, RRC, and with that cancel, locks it in.
That is going to be it. Really great conversion there from RoseHashira to seal his spot in top 8 winners side.
Shout out to Rose, of course, another NC representative over here, repping SQXL, of course, and now they are repping themselves even further into the top 8. So they're going to be chilling for a little bit, waiting for our top 8 to happen, of course, later tonight. But either way, that is going to be your second entrant for that alongside Daydream.
Yeah, a lot of people going into top 8. Well, not a lot of people, 2 people specifically going into top 8 winners here from this side. We'll also see the other block later to see who they'll be facing up against. But as we move forward through the rest of this bracket, obviously Losers is moving forward as well. So it's a question of who we're going to see next in elimination matches. One person goes on, the other person goes home.
And it looks like, you know, don't let the Sludge go anywhere. We're letting the Sludge play. Let the Sludge play it out. They're going to be playing through their Losers match to see if they're going to be making it towards the top 8 on the Losers side. You know, they lost 1 life, but let's see if they're going to be able to keep the second one alive.
Yeah, we're going straight back into it, and it's just a question of who we've got the Sludge up against right now.
Yeah, there are many options for the Sludge to currently be facing against. We're just going to have to wait and see who it's going to be in terms of how the bracket is looking like. Looking like it could be. I know they look familiar. I think we've had them on the stream just recently.
Is it Jaqworld?
I'm pretty sure it could be. It could be. Loser of X. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Jaqworld. I'm pretty sure that's Jaqworld.
That is Jaqworld, I think, the Leo player that we had on a lot earlier, fighting against the other May, I think. We've had multiple Mays on. I remembered ThereGoesMySanity, but that was the May pot match.
Yeah, that was the May pot match. We saw them earlier fighting against Scary Larry. That was the
Scary
other
Larry,
one we saw.
it was Scary Larry, yes. But now we get back into it. Jaqworld into the Sludge. And now we gotta listen. When this match is over, I'm gonna call him over because I need to know what's up with the QUIZNOS sponsorship.
Yeah, I don't know what QUIZNOS is doing for your bank account, but clearly he's doing something well considering all this damage you're already putting onto the screen, already slashing through. Bang, 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 bang. Wall gone.
Right there now, we see the jab into the DP, and Jaqworld takes his first round over the Sludge.
Already a very explosive start here for Jaqworld, trying to qualify towards his top 8, but right back, the counter hit, forcing the burst out from Jaqworld, who still has to block, finds a DP, and is trying to keep it glowing with these slashes and heavy slashes.
And there we see the Jealous Rage pop, allows the Sludge to go for that cross-up, the high into the overhead, another one, key grab to keep up that resource.
Nice.
Now, has to push into that corner, and now Jealous Rage just neutral jump into just empty jump and gets back thrown for their trouble.
Go. And try to see if we're going to be finding connection. No 5P coming from you. Nice counter hit coming through, though. It's going to be another close slash. Just banging, banging, banging the wall. There we go. They'll be able to hit right back out. And nice.
And now into the super. The Sludge takes that round. Still, though, a little bit of a deficit here. Jaqworld has burst. The Sludge very far away, and the DP comes out, willing to let that rip because even if it's baited, the burst can come out to defend, but Jaqworld now putting a lot of pressure on.
Okay, there we go. URC trying to come through, going to be slashing once again, getting on the other side with this back turn, and has to pop the burst since the Sludge looked like they were going to get out of there. Oh!
Right there, we see goes into the Jealous Rage, but then immediately turns it off, turns it back on. We got the key grab going there, pushing forward, forces that burst out. It's a one-touch situation, and the Dansai is just a slightly misspaced, but it's enough to allow Jaqworld to go for that whiff punish and take that first game.
All right, beautiful start coming out there from Jaqworld, and immediately both of them trying to play very patient, getting hit on the low, and you're trying to set up the guard, and now just immediately DPing, gonna catch against the Sludge, who's just trying to jump in themselves. Another DP. I mean, that's the thing with Leos. They love the DP.
Listen, Leo wakes up in the morning, it's time to DP, goes to sleep, it's time to DP again, and we see there the the overdrive. I'm in Street Fighter brain for a second. But allows the Sludge to take control, push Jaqworld into this corner. And the far slash comes out, the heavy slash as well comes out, and allows Jaqworld to go for a little bit of nonsense, goes for the overhead, but doesn't convert afterwards, maybe trying to bait burst here.
Ooh, okay, RRC, and gonna be able to take another round. Of course, the Sludge still has access to the burst in their back pocket, but things are looking pretty dire.
Yeah, Sludge not willing to spend there, and now has to fight back here, but we see there the JD, the dive, drop comes out immediately, and tries, and once again, empty jump back throw, and Jealous Rage almost running out, and we do see, ooh, no punish there. Caught, and now the Sludge is able to push forward a little bit, but it's not going to be in a great spot until they can get back that meter.
Ooh, here we go. Nice throw, though, coming through from the Sludge. Still has the corner before that kick was able to come through. YRC, we want to keep you trapped down there. With another throw, we're going to be getting a lot more health down. Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy for this. Oh.
We saw there, I think, Leo was on the front layer and couldn't see what the Sludge was doing behind. Was just doing that low crush, tried to 2K and got caught for it.
Now just going to be getting into a Jealous Rage, just trying to move up. Jaqworld just going to DP, and again, trying to 5K, and instead gets punished hella for it.
And now you see going down there. DP comes out from Leo once again, not afraid. But he is willing to press a little bit of offense, goes for the cross-up, sets up stance, but that's a great time for a reversal, and Danzai plus on block, plus again, the air throw. Nope, able to play off of that, but it doesn't matter. The Sludge puts that game away.
Okay, the Sludge going to be able to take a game for themselves on the board. We're keeping it even right now, 1-1, and immediately getting in with the 2S and trying to keep it going, finding the throw, and you already know that means we are going into back turn, and we're going to eventually find this hit.
Yeah, we see there the overhead straight there into the close slash, headbanging, goes through the wall, doesn't spend any meter, so not able to get that hard knockdown, and because of that, the Sludge is able to fight back. DP comes out, and the Sludge is spending their Jealous Rage in this corner, just getting hit, and that is going to be a gone character. Listen, I'm getting mixed up a little bit because I'm thinking about different fighting games because there's so much going on here. I saw an air throw and I'm like, oh, no conversion, you did an OTG. I'm like, this isn't Tuco. There's too much going on.
There really is too much going on here this weekend over here at Beast in the East, as we're trying to figure out who the Beast is in the East tonight on these losers to 8 qualifiers. But right now, throw coming through, being able to bond and dissolve, and now Jealous Rage whipping our throw. Sometimes when you get into a rage, you don't know what you're doing.
Ooh, but the punish there just drops the form and gets a big hit, and it looks like it's a question of whether it'll reach the corner, but it doesn't, so we don't see any wall break, but we do see the tap dust. Jaqworld makes the set 2-1.
Jaqworld right now 1 game away from getting some Leo Whitefang representation in our top 8 tonight. Just going to be seeing if they can lock it in one final time or if they're going to need to go to a game 5. But I mean, we get our throw, so we're chilling. Now we're not.
Yeah, we see the back throw. And now 2K straight into the key grab. Gets that knockdown in the corner, has the key on deck, forward throw once again. OTG, close slash, the force, and forces that DP out.
YRC right back. We're out of our Jealous Rage, and because of that, we are going to get DP'd heavy too. And a throw.
Really good YRC to save there from the Sludge, stop the punish, but it doesn't matter here. Jaqworld sends the Sludge through the wall. Both characters with burst on deck, but it doesn't seem like we're going to see either one use it. Now, moving forward, key grab plus on block doesn't allow for a hit through.
I was about to say, are we going to try to zone with Fireball? No, we're still trying to get in with the card point. Still having the block, getting thrown yet again by the Sludge. Very close to taking this
mix, but it just barely doesn't kill, and you dash up right in front of them, and immediately lose Jealous Rage.
Oh my goodness, that was literally just flashing your life before your eyes as now Jaqworld going to be on set point and immediately getting his back turn started.
And the guard point, heartbreaking way to lose a round. And it would be a heartbreaking way to lose your place in this bracket. The Sludge 1 round away from going home. In back turn, the overhead dome, but goes straight into that burst, not willing to take that hit. Spends a Jealous Rage, gets nothing from it now out of that meter, has to go for the key grab plus unblock, but Jaqworld is willing to spend to get out of it, and domed once again! Jaqworld finds his way into loser side top 8!
Ooh, okay, gonna be Jaqworld making it into the top 8, of course, on the loser side. Definitely gonna be feeling very good about that. GG's, of course, to the Sludge, but you're just gonna have to be bowing out.
Oh yeah, much love to just, you know, post up with a friend, and it's like, okay,
exactly.
Yeah, that's an old homie.
Exactly. Oh, my cousin did just move out of Chicago. Never mind, I only got something for CEO. That's all I got. Oh, wait a minute. There's a Robo-Ky in there. I just saw that.
That's what I'm saying. They're lying. Everybody's lying out here. Most of all, Slabofbeef on that Robo-Ky against Blue on the Millia Rage. We see the controller stuff got sorted out a little bit. Little KML flashbang right there. But we're going to be getting straight into this match. The hair car.
Robo-Ky trying to get in there, still getting swatted out of the sky. Nice counter hit, but nice burst right back, setting up the electric mat to get some more electricity, and just getting the segue right in there, trying to find a low, getting another launcher in there too. We're just bringing you all the way to the wall in a full screen combo.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Put that mat down, charge it up, spend the RC, and that is going to be that first round. Slabofbeef takes it.
Nice start over here from Slabofbeef, and immediately though, Slabofbeef going to be in a rough spot because right now, Blue going to be able to put you into the corner, and we've seen this hair dis situations before from Rose, so we know what they can do, but nice jumping coming through from Slabofbeef to try to poke out.
And now pushing forward there, far slash pushes into that corner, now has that knockdown with 2K. Ooh. You see there, catches 2K, 2D, delays the slash disc. Just catches right there.
There we go. Got the hair disc set up, trying to see if you can get in. Still having to block so much. Nice segue yet again. Explode. And there we go. After you try to pull off the 2H, you're just going to get stuck in the corner yet again. And after one more RRC, Slabofbeef lock it in for the first game.
Yeah, Slabofbeef takes that first game in pretty commanding fashion. Really good play there, and we're going to see Blue, who is going to have to fight back here, and starts there with a 2K2D, immediately forces the burst out from Slabofbeef.
And right back, there we go, getting a little jab in there. Whiffing the throw, unfortunate there for Slabofbeef, still having to block, but still getting hit out by Millia, who's trying to find an overhead. Meanwhile, trying to run in, still no, the hair disc.
But now, yeah, just gets caught there by the disc. Close slash into the Bad Moon, pushes to the corner, and the RC backward to get the mix there, goes through the wall, but no knockdown, and the BRC4, that Slabofbeef start pushing a little bit of offense. Not enough, the Bad Moon seals it up.
Bad Moon free frame coming out right there in the win, as right now immediately backdash into jumping coming through for Slabofbeef, trying to find potentially a way. There we go, segue, of course, building up that electric gauge so we have more powerful attacks, and now trying to pops the gold burst, so we're going to be having a bar of tension to play into affairs too, as we just try to backdash, keep things safe right now, trying to find a hit. Maybe you can see if you can find that segue again, get a knockdown.
And there we see whiff there from Slabofbeef. Blue goes for the charge dust, but just a little bit too far away, completely whiffs. Now Slabofbeef has Blue locked down in this corner, forces the burst out. But a bit of a hero burst. Blue just one touch away, and that touch comes. Slabofbeef takes us to final round.
Final round now, segue coming through. Since we have low electric gauge beforehand, we were able to build some up, try to use it on the special launcher, try to segue again. Very low now, especially after Fireball just went down under, and now a hair disc coming through, trying to get in on JH. We backdash, Slabofbeef, charge up with the segue, and try to find a 2H.
Yeah, the flex shield on that disc allowed Slabofbeef to turn the situation around. Now Blue locked in that corner, having to deal with that pressure, and full combo here into the super, going to go through the wall, but will it be enough to kill her? It is not Pixel. We need to call Sajam. He needs to be involved with this. Goes for tap dust, straight RC into the far slash, catches the backdash, and Slabofbeef puts a second game on the board.
There we go, just gonna get on the throne, Aura farm a little bit, as now we are one game away from moving on in the winner side of the bracket over here. Immediately just trying to pull out the fireball and of course charge up the electricity so we can get more powerful skills. So you're immediately getting in here, charge up again with the segue, trying to find a launcher, but that's just gonna be spent.
Yeah, once again, that guard crush gets the knockdown, gets to put down that mat, charge a little bit, but it's not enough to escape there. The Koppel allows Blue to get out of that corner, but Slabofbeef ready to push Blue back into that other corner. Back throw, though, lets Blue put down that disc. And now, just getting caught by those missiles while trying to jump in. The JH, though, but no full conversion, goes into far slash. Just ends up knocking down, but the disc with the dash through gets the mix-up. Now trying to carry over to the other side, goes for that, but missed space and ends up on the other side, completely whiffs, and the far slash is enough to put Blue out of commission. Slabofbeef is on match point.
Ooh, okay, a match point right now. Can we lock things in? Left-right mix is going crazy right now with Blue being able to poke out with a bunch of air flurries. But right now, Slabofbeef trying to come right back in, maybe seeing if they can find the low. Definitely try to set up, actually going for the launcher and going for 2H, trying to see if they can get some more damage and charge up electricity with that segue.
But yeah, there we see the Blue burst come out. And the S-Disc goes for the soft knockdown. And the JH, the Flex Shield comes out to defend Blue. The Flex Shield comes out once again. But we see there the air dash for JH. Puts down the mat, big damage, and now on Pixel. This is going to be it. Slabofbeef takes the set 3-0. Great play from him.
Yeah, honestly, really great play from Slabofbeef. Of course, Robo-Ky is still a new character off the heels of Evo, so it's really cool seeing somebody already coming out to like a regional like this and pulling up one of these new characters and showing their mastery over it, constantly using that segue to at least try to get in and build some more electric gauge. Mainly using it when we had barely any, since that move, when you don't have electric gauge, it helps build it. But once you get past a certain threshold and you already have like at least 50, I'm pretty sure 50 electric gauge, it's going to spend it. So it's weird like that, but of course it spends on a more powerful attack. And I'm pretty sure next... Headchef? Why didn't you tell me you were here? Hi! Another NC representative, by the way. That is going to be Headchef, which means we are seeing Bedman.
Hey man, you gotta check the bracket. I've got it here. Headchef versus SilencedGhost.
Ooh.
Is that another one you know?
No.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know the one. I know the one. But yeah, that is Headchef with the Bedman on lock. They are a Bedman do or die type of guy, so I do not imagine it's going to be anybody else. If it's anybody else, that is a skinwalker right there.
And we see here, right here, the I think SilencedGhost wearing a free run shirt.
Yeah, that is a free run shirt.
It's a cool show. I come out with it.
Yeah, no, I enjoy that show. I've never watched it, so I'm LARPing.
Yeah, I enjoy that show. I've never watched it. It's crazy.
The immediate LARP confessional.
But yeah, it's a insane statement. Statements made by the utterly deranged. But you know, it happens to the best of us. Listen, I've got a few shows that I'm like, what that? I've got a few shows that I've actually watched that I'm like, what that? So
okay.
it's kind of ridiculous. But we see here Jam coming out from SilencedGhost, the Bedman coming out on the other side. Interesting little matchup. You know, both characters kind of trying to set up their stuff, rush down. Jam trying to get the charges on deck so that you can do the powered up versions of her specials. Bedman obviously trying to set up the errors.
Yes.
With his normal special move so he can get all that nonsense going on. Listen, when Bedman's on the screen, there's just a lot of nonsense going on.
Honestly, yeah. There's always just a bunch of BS whenever you got a Bedman on the screen. I'm definitely used to that, having to fight against Headchef here and there. But, of course, they're going to be facing against a new opponent to them, potentially with SilencedGhost, of course, going to be on that Jam. We have a button check first, so we're going to be chilling for, like, just a second while we make sure all of our buttons are good to go. Of course, this is the start of our bracket. for at least for them, this is the start of their runs, so they got to be making sure that they have everything locked.
Yeah, we are going to see a button check starting out here. And we're going to see both players just making sure that everything is straight. You know, obviously you don't want to go on stream and have your buttons messed up. It's a very bad look.
Actually, no, I do. I like my buttons to be messed up because I like to adapt to whatever messed up like button inputs I have for some reason. I like to adapt.
That's the thing. The buttons being messed up is the best OS because it's like, oh, yeah, my buttons were cooked. What are you gonna do about it?
True. Yeah, you got the perfect excuse built into there too.
You didn't really beat me. I just had / on like R2 for some reason.
And then if you win with like not your buttons selected, then it's just like I'm better.
Yeah, you just it's like winning with Dan.
Yeah, it is literally a win-win situation. It is a win-win situation because even if you lose, you win.
It's a win-win situation in that if you don't really care about having lost that match, then it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, true.
Obviously, this is tournament. You know, you don't want to lose a life over nonsense.
$5 bounty.
Really?
Huh? What?
Fair enough.
Who said what?
Fair enough. Apparently, there's a price on the head of the head chef, and the head chef is going to try and cook right here with the counter hit. Gets the error put on, forces the burst immediately out of SilencedGhost, and once again gets a counter hit with that tool. The Vacuum JS allows for a big conversion there and goes through the wall.
Already beautiful start here for Headchef, finding the air throw immediately too, and already trying to get the head rolling, but not going to be just yet. This could be a back axe kick coming through. And SilencedGhost not going to be able to get in. You just get thrown down, you get electrocuted into the hospital bed.
Yeah, immediate back throw. Seals up that first round, and Headchef playing strong, but it's a question of how strong. A little bit of a down forward air dash, just goes under SilencedGhost and manages to get that counter hit. Now has that error on deck. Error coming through once again, sets the guard crush and forces the burst out once again. SilencedGhost hasn't been able to get too much off, but we do see the puffball come out. Puffball immediately into that dragon kick, has that on deck now. For if she manages to get a hit, and she does, full push all the way to the corner. SilencedGhost now gets that punish on the air spin.
Nice burst coming through. Now just trying to just kick in, see if we can find something on the low. Really nice spin, so coming through from Headchef, going to be able to BRC, keep this pressure up. Going to have to block with the RTO.
Ooh, there we go. Reversal super gets through, kick all the way down to the ground there. Not going to, we do see the Oki there, goes for the safe jump overhead and tries to throw, but the timing is just slightly off. OTG, but you're in chip range. You can't just block there and get hit by the dart.
Unfortunate there, but now Headchef going to be up a game, feeling good about that. Just going to be drinking some water now, just trying to get themselves refreshed. Getting into this next game and immediately finding the jump in.
Yeah, that Vacuum JS pulls straight in, allows that 2K 2D to hit, and once again, the Vacuum JS into 2K. Ooh, good 6P there. Pushing forward, close slash, but the back throw. It's the back throw incident. And you're gonna have to deal with it. The tap dust doesn't hit. Good block there from SilencedGhost, but SilencedGhost now still in a big chunk of damage. Goes for that dragon kick RC to push pressure. Puffball, you cannot interrupt. You cannot do anything about it. Huge hitbox, only -8.
There we go, BRC coming through, trying to poke under. Ooh. There we go, being able to 2P.
Yeah, overhead goes over the low buttons, but still not in a great spot. Big pressure, and you're just getting mauled by this bed. How are you getting mauled by a bed?
Hey, man. Sometimes when you come home from work, you know, that nap really calling your name, and you really don't want it to, but it does.
You're right, you're right. It's a little bit too restful in this house. And it's getting even more restful as SilencedGhost is being put to sleep here. Another error on deck. Puts the deflect shield on as well. Another one, and the charge guard crush, the 6H as well to wall break. Not enough to kill, but Headchef cooking up a perfect, and it's going to be a perfect. Headchef goes up 2-0.
Beautiful work from Headchef there, really exploding into this set. We're already 2-0. You still got to lock in one more game, but the confidence on Headchef right now got to be through the roof, immediately finding that back throw on round start 2 and getting some insane cross-ups.
And right there catches, I think with the JD, forces the burst out of Headchef. Now Headchef has that error from the dart coming on, allows them to push forward, win neutral, and the charged close slash with a drop there, uncharacteristic, allows SilencedGhost to get that dragon kick online, but the back throw into the air dash downwards, again, the JK, and Headchef puts another one up now. 1 round away from taking the set on match point.
All right, there we go. Hitting out yet again, trying to see if he can continue his pressure. There we go, 2K2 coming through. Now, can we get in? There we go, getting on the other side, dashing right back down, going to be able to get more pressure, and another jump in. We are getting this wall.
Yeah, the air dash down forward over and over and over again, and we see there, spends the error improving super, which means that now you are going to get that knockdown.
Okay, waiting things out, trying to just send in some drills to see if we're going to be able to get in air stall a little bit into the air too. There we go.
Just firing those darts to control neutral, put that error on screen. SilencedGhost doesn't want to interact with those on screen and spends, but now Pixeled, you don't want to be in that spot, goes for the dragon kick, just whiffs over Headchef's head, and Headchef takes it 3-0. Great play over there.
Beautiful stuff there coming out from Headchef. O'Rourke is going to be making that 3-0 now. Going to be moving on in the winner's side of the bracket to try to make another deep run. We will potentially be seeing them later on if they continue to make a really good run.
Yeah, it's a question of how far we can see Headchef go and whether some of the people that we might see later in the bracket are more prepared to fight a Bedman, right? Because he's a character that can really, really, really maul you if you don't know the matchup. And I think we saw there that SilencedGhost was not really prepared to deal with the situation there. I see you looking over there. Is this another NC player?
No, but that Doom shirt looks too clean. I gotta mention it. They got a Dr. Doom shirt on, and it is clean as hell. I absolutely love your shirt, man. I love your shirt. It's fire,
I gotta
dude.
rock with it. Time out. Show it to the camera. Show it to the camera.
Hell yeah! Look at the way Doom looks right there, too.
And the PS1 pad?
Wait, we got bars. We got ball knowledge. All right, I see you. I see you.
Okay.
That is so fire. That is honestly so fire.
Listen, something interesting is happening on this screen. Something that we may have never seen before, that we may never even see again. It's just a question.
Really is the question, honestly.
I mean, on top of that, it's a question of whether this guy moves on in the bracket so we can see him again. Because listen, I want to see that shirt again.
Yes. The shirt is gas. It's gas. Okay.
But yeah, just getting controllers set up and getting ready to move into it. It's been a lot of fun matches today. A lot of good matches today. Interesting amount of May. Interesting amount of not Baiken. We only saw one Baiken. We saw one pot, but we saw them 3 times.
Yeah, we did see that pot a lot. Now, Johnny? I think this is the second Johnny we are seeing today. We did see a Johnny well before against that Baiken, but this is definitely the first Giovanna.
This is the second Johnny. I think we've had a lot of jams. I think 4 jams at this point. And we've got a Geo on the screen right now. That's my baby girl. Okay, I love her. I see what she's doing and it makes me smile. And what she's doing is hitting you with close slash. That's exactly what she's doing. She's hitting you with +3 close slash. She's just dashing up. She's harassing you even more. She's charging things up. She's going through and handling business. And the player doing that is... How do I pronounce that?
It's Cotton.
We're going Cotton. The player is Cotton against OK1 on the Johnny. OK1, I did a little bit of research on before the bracket. Fairly good, pretty high-ranked Johnny player. We see the button check coming out right now, but I think he's one to watch going through further in the bracket and going a little bit deeper. So,
yeah, no, definitely somebody that we've seen a bunch throughout the year. And of course, I'm pretty sure they did also top 8 last year for a bite. I do remember them from that. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to run it back.
What's our song? Roar of the Spark? I can respect Roar of the Spark.
Oh, yeah, Roar of the Spark is gas.
I can respect Roar of the Spark.
You know, that's a good pick. That's a good pull.
It's a good pull. It's elite ball knowledge. I have to. Okay, well, it's not. It's one of the main characters' theme songs, so it's not that elite. But
Yeah.
I can respect it regardless.
Yeah, no, I can respect it too, either way. But either way, we're going to be hearing the Roar of the Spark as we're already going to be roaring up. Already seeing OK just dashing in.
You see there the guard crush. And oh no.
Good?
Sony doing something aggravating with digital game licenses. Who knew?
Hopefully, I mean, that's in 15 minutes, so at least these two are going to be perfectly fine. Hopefully.
Strives that you can get through pretty fast, and we're seeing this one go pretty quickly. OK1 puts the first one on the board.
Yeah, already putting the first one on the board. Drill kick, though, going to allow for Cotton to get in. Already just trying to flurry kick again, but OK being able to keep them at arm's length, and now just trying to find a way in.
Yeah, wants that far slash, gets hit with the card, misfiner, and the flip over, the overhead gets...
All right, there we go. Going to be able to get a combo started, but Burst coming out right back from Cotton, who's now just trying to rush in again and finds another overhead.
Just trying to catch high buttons and gets multiple counter hits on those, but no conversions, unfortunately. And gets that flip over with the vault forward, the card toss, guard crush once again in that corner. Pixel, with your life on the line, you just have to hold that. OK1 puts the first game on the board.
Really solid start from OK here, going to be able to take that first game on the board. Just going to be letting the whole outro quote roll through, getting straight into the second game. Definitely going to be having to figure out on this side of Cotton what we want to do here.
Yeah, I can't let him rock with that because we're running out of time. You gotta go as fast as possible. We see Cotton there with the spiral to arrow, but doesn't manage to get the far slash link afterwards. Eats his full combo for his trouble, and now going through that wall. OK1 with the pasta bonus, the misfiner RC immediately to round start.
There we go, slamming through the wall. Yet again, very little health left for Cotton, who's just trying to hold on for dear life. Drill kick in, but you just got to immediately stop.
Yeah, we see there OK1 with the little the Guilty Gear Scribe try jump. These are things that have never been done before besides Bedman.
Ooh, okay, there we go, getting another wall break off. Really has just been sending Cotton through every part of the stage, and it's just going to continue to do so. Already got you against the wall, and we're going to be almost finding that wall break, but at least baiting out that burst, and now finding it, and we're just going to be asking people, what's my name?
Yeah. Right the mark and put it on the board. OK1 puts a second game on the board. Flips the coin, watches the whole outro. Listen, we got to get into it. We're running out of time.
Yes. Yeah, we are running out of time. OK needs one more game to lock it down in, but right now Cotton really needs to figure out an answer to stop this pressure coming out from OK1. It's already OK1 just finding the pokes while Cotton finally getting in, but was playing a little antsy.
Yeah, Sony is walking into the bedroom right now to steal our PS5. It's so over. But you know who it's not over for? Cotton there gets the burst out and now has to fight a little bit, but gets caught by that falling JK. Now OK1 gets to play a little bit of pressure, puts that card down, the guard break. Once again in the instant air, Misfiner is going to put Cotton away. What's his name? Nope, it's not. I'm wrong.
And we still got a little bit of health left alive. The RC, though, does confirm that death, and now we are on set point for OK1.
Now we get into it. The round start DP coming from Cotton. But, yeah, the jump over, the cross up, and now stuck in that corner. Card on deck, guard crush all the way up there. Going to have to eat that misfiner once again. The guard crush throws another card in the vault. Black V combo, but doesn't make much difference for Cotton, who's now in a very dangerous situation and goes straight into the counter blitz to lock out the burst. Great play from OK1, and he seals up that game, seals up this set, and moves forward in the bracket.
GG, so OK1, and a beautiful...
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
You just got to hold that sometimes. Every once in a while. You just, that's the thing. Sometimes you'll just have that moment where you're going up against somebody and it's like, okay, they've just got like a lot more hours than me. They know the situation's better.
Yeah.
And you just get caught. And what worked before doesn't work anymore. And it's like, yeah, I do just have to hold that.
Yeah, kind of just, you just have to hit the speed face, just like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, though, looks like we already got our next match underway, and that is going to be Margarita locking in on the left side. I recognize them from last year and also other events, and they are making their way in this time around this year for Beast in the East, number 9. Of course, on our winner's side, it's either Skate or Giovanna they are facing against. So we're just gonna be waiting to find out who that is going to be. Yeah,
I'm gonna assume it's Skate because I'm gonna assume that somebody with the Richmond, Virginia tag isn't wearing a Kansas University hoodie.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that probably is Skate. I didn't recognize that. I realized I know Giovanna, and that is not them.
But yeah, we're going to see Margarita here up against Skate. Yeah, we're just getting ready to get into it.
Yeah, just gonna be getting underway in just a little bit now, of course.
Hold up.
All right.
It makes me wonder whether KU has like a solid FGC. Listen, if you're watching from Kansas University or you're a Kansas University alum, okay, sound off. Okay, tell us about your scene. Because when I was at UMD, we had a scene.
And I'm currently still in college over at UNCG, and we have like we have a scene over there too. So you know, every college has a good scene if you know where to look. But looks like it is going to be Baiken that Skate is going to be locking in on, and it looks like, yep, the Zato coming out from Margarita.
Yeah, and we got a second Baiken on stream.
More Baikens tonight. First Zato tonight, so Pool 2 after the Giovanna, still showing us some new untreaded waters as we're going to be getting straight into this game. I'm not sure if they're doing a button check or not, but either way, we're going to be getting this game underway.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yep, button check. They still got the Roar of the Spark on.
What was that?
They still have the Roar of the Spark on.
Oh yeah, they do.
Although button check, so they might swap it between. Hopefully they don't swap it to the North Carolina anthem.
I didn't even know about that whole story that Rose like popped out there.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, what's going on here? What's happening in North Carolina that Perfection Can't Please Me is the anthem?
Anybody from the NCFGC that knows me, that is currently watching the stream, make sure to sound off in the local Discord. And we need a hot tub. We need a hot tub for SQXL because of that story now. I'm convinced. I want a hot tub. I will not leave that hot tub. I will commentate from that hot tub. I will play my Tokon sets from that hot tub.
Oh yeah, I forgot Tokon will be out by then.
Yes, it will be.
We
got 3 weeks.
I'm kind of, I want to try it, but I still don't know who I want to play from the characters that we've seen. But the characters that we do see on screen right now, Zato 1, Baiken, first Zato 1 on stream today, and we see the jabs there come out enough to get that Eddie back on screen, and the double overhead setups. Skate is going to be going through this wall with the Sword Sweeper.
All right. There we go. Immediately tap dusting in, allowing Eddie to pull through one more time. And Margarita already locking in that first round with a perfect.
But yeah, now we move forward. That fish dives over the frog. And now the jump forward, JP. And the Frog once again catches Skate trying to jump out. Margarita sends Skate through the wall here.
Sending through the wall now, just trying to rush up against you. Going to be able to find the opening, drops it, needs to find one more. And with that, that's already, what?
Oh.
There we go, there we go. Okay, that was a little scary for a second, but in a second perfect, that is going to be Margarita taking the first game.
Just a little bit of a stop, and now we get back into it. The JS into the Yozansen allows Skate to try and put a little bit of pressure on, but it doesn't end up being enough. The burst comes out, though.
There we go, yep. Yozansen. Lock it in.
Sony's driving over right now, but we do see Skate put a round on the board. Moving forward, handling a little bit of business and putting the pressure on Zato, who has historically very poor defense, but very strong offense. We see the tap dust come out there into the 6H to wall break, highest damage single instance.
Oh, yep, going to continue it even further. There we go, putting you onto the wall, slamming it down, and here we go, set things up.
Sword super lets him recharge that completely, and now Zato moving forward, puts that Frog on screen, and the Shark comes out and just eats. Now for Skate to fight back. Gets caught by that Frog once again, full conversion, going to have to burst to escape. Close, that lands the close slash after the Escabari tether, but doesn't believe and ends up in a very dangerous situation. That Frog is chomping on your face, and that sword is going through your back. Fully charged up that Zato, now fully knocked down. We see a misinput come out from Margarita, and Skate is able to take advantage moving forward, puts down the Tatami, but now knocked down here in mid-screen. JS to kill the Eddie, but Zato is enough to seal up that game alone.
Zato going to be enough. Now 2-0 for Margarita to move on in our winner's side tonight. Needs one more game to lock it in. Already though, Skate going to be locking things up, going to be finding the Yozansen, putting Margarita into the corner, and another counter hit to force out that burst.
The gun comes out, guard crush. But Skate on the Baiken, not able to lock down, but now has lockdown here. Goes into that TK Yozansen, now has some pressure. Margarita tries to press after the JH, ends up trading, and it's a bad spot to be in. Skate hits the Tatami and seals up that round. Now moving forward, the oppose on screen, once again. Puts that spike up, goes for the Kabari follow-up, but Margarita jumps out of it.
Yes, oh, but there we go, though. The Sharks are just going to be infesting the waters, and now Eddie's still trying to make their way in, going to be finding that poke, and going to be carrying all the way to the corner. Got to find one more opening, but the parry!
Ooh, great parry there from Skate. And now tries to Yozansen get out of that corner, but you're trapped. There's a fish and waiting to eat you if you try to jump. You can't get out of there. But the command grab, mistimed, allows Skate to move out that corner. And the TK Yozansen trying to send him to Skate Town. He can't. Margarita stuck here, locked down in this corner. Eddie is alive and gets the burst now, able to try and play back here, the YRC to escape and fly away.
Burst coming through. Skate really wants this dub, but because of that sacrifice, they're still losing the round.
And Skate with the hero burst. After that, you kind of wish you didn't spend it, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can have that 5H, but the drop and swaps themselves into the corner, gets hit with the tap dust. This is disastrous for Skate. Woo.
There we go, going to another part of the stage, waiting it out. Yozansen with a throw. The throw came out of nowhere.
Oh, and the Yozansen once again sending Margarita to Skate Town. Puts one on the board.
There we go. This is how it starts. Skate going to be putting one on the board now. Needs to lock it in 2 more times if they want to be moving on in the bracket. And of course, that means some really solid defense, and eventually it crumbles.
Here we see the JP to try and keep Skate out, and we see the JK, but the parry comes out. Skate takes back a little bit of control. Kabari just doesn't hit, and now locked down in this corner. You have to figure out something, but that shark is going to eat a chunk of your life bar first. He's going to find you knocked down mid-screen, and the YRC.
There we go. Once again, set point for Margarita. Just got to lock it in one more time if you want to be moving
Up.
No.
Sony finally got here.
No.
Sony got here. They've been driving to the venue for the past like 10 minutes, and they finally got here. They finally got here. They took the license. Listen, you guys have to play your last round in Street Fighter 6. Okay, I don't make the rules. It was
the license. The license expired.
Yeah, the license did.
I'll get Scrappy to come over here. I got it.
We're gonna call it Scrappy. They got us. They got him.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Capcoms, but it's Sony, not Capcom.
Yeah, no, the Sony locked in and just took our game away from us. Oh my God.
Listen, this is what happens when all you have is a digital license.
Yup. And this is what they want to do to us in 2028. Just remember that.
This will be gaming in 2028.
Oh yes, this will be gaming. We'll have our licenses, of course. Gotta making sure we have the licenses, and if we don't have the licenses, we're cooked.
I mean, I mostly play on PC actually, so I'm kind of chilling.
I mean,
regardless. I mean, obviously it bothers me, like, as a person who plays video games. Like, I don't want that to be the norm, but like,
yeah. But I mean, I play on PC too. I mean, I get that. This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks, because now we're just gonna have to like find a way to, you know, get some Guilty Gear Strive back in here. What the? Oh, I love how the stream can't see it.
Yeah, it's an inside joke for everybody at home. You just can't tell what's going on.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Unless?
Nope.
Ah, no.
No. It looks like we got our Guilty Gear Strive back though. So we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back.
We've regained access to Guilty Gear Strive.
That is so. Son.
Oh, okay.
Son, I cannot believe that happened.
Zato, Baiken.
All right. Either way, though. Either way, you know, it's fine. Nothing ever happened.
Just getting right back into it. We're gonna act like that match didn't happen.
I'm delusional. That's what happened. I was speaking to the voices in my head, and during the entire time, we've just been having this whole other cloned match. Apparently, you know, these are clones we're watching.
There was no fourth game between Margarita and Skate. It never happened.
No. That was the most convoluted scenario. Either way, though, just going to be getting straight into this next match. Of course, Game 4, Tap Dust set up for Eddie to get in, and that's an immediate wall break. And, of course, we're spending the bar to make sure we get that sweet, sweet knockdown.
Oh, yeah, that Tap Dust keeps on coming out, and Skate just has no real answer to it, unfortunately, now. Gets caught by the counter hit 2H and allows for that safe jump. Although, I mean, now that I think about it, why would you safe jump Zato?
Mimi wanna.
I mean, it's a median, it's auto, and it's like pretty easy timing. So like, I guess you just kind of default to it, but like you don't need to do that.
Let me speak my truth. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Oh, Yosanson, okay, needs a little bit more. They are both at very low range, and right now, Skate really just needs to find a way to poke in. pops the burst. They're really trying to go for this hero burst.
Yeah, the hero burst. We see coming out from Skate. Now in chip range, and the JP catches. Margarita on set point.
Margarita also still has burst too, so this is going to be very unfortunate for Skate. Back throw coming out. You're stuck on the wall. What are you going to do? You're going to get thrown yet again on this setup.
Poorly placed Kabari follow-up allowed for that back throw punish, and now you find yourself all the way into the corner. Going through the wall, and the parry baited hard. I think alive here. Oh, but the back throw.
There we go, finding the throw yet again, being able to get the tether set up. Nice burst though, in turn. Watch out for gun.
The gun comes out, but the gun whiffs, the gun jams the flight right over. Really great play for Margarita. Almost 50-meter on deck for Skate, but just a touch away, not able to do much and has to spend a little bit to RC. The air throw, Margarita seals up the set 3-1.
How they're going to play out and how things do play out.
Let's see. First time meeting the bad guy.
And
we've got, okay. I'm realizing now I need to hand in my DMV card, okay, because I'm not recognizing people. That's my bad. I don't know every single person in the region, but I do know Nightshade here on the Soul.
Okay, I mean, Nightshade is already going in, guns blazing, got you on the wall, and just baiting out a little bit, not getting for that wall break, and this could be their detriment if Mr. Invis gets this.
That YRC, honestly kind of detrimental. Invis would probably like more to get the punish there.
Still able to put on pressure, and there we go with that 2K, just to be able to take that first round. Already a very explosive start coming through from Nightshade, being able to block that, and now just trying to make your way back in.
Yeah, they've got it right here now. Pushing forward, that far slash allows Nightshade to catch with that JK. Pushes all the way to the corner, meaty Gunflame. Into the 2D counter hit to catch, forces the immediate burst out of Mr. Invis. And now Invis goes for the command flip.
Ooh, nice counterattack coming through, trying to get this jam onto the wall. There we go, gonna be exploding the wall too. Very little life left for Mr. Invis to make something happen. Backdashing on the BRC, but Bandit Bringer bringing you to death.
Yeah, we saw there a bit of a funny 6P. Ended up switching over to the other side, let Nightshade get the wall break in the corner there, and take that first game.
Really great start here, but right back for Mr. Invis, already putting Nightshade on the wall. He's just gonna dash out of there and just bring it down.
So now there we go, the jab anti-air goes for burst bait, doesn't get it, then we see the close slash immediately forces the burst, and the overhead comes out. Now Mr. Invis can run a little bit of pressure, but not too much. Immediate back throw from Nightshade, pushes Invis into the corner. Fafner catches the jump out, into the Bandit Bringer low.
Ooh, tap dust coming through. There we go, continuing to juggle here, slam down. Mr. Invis going to back up, trying to make things safe, and try to slam it again.
Ooh, good air throw right there. Into the close slash. Incredibly meaty, the counter hit. Just RC forward into the DP. And that seals up that round for Nightshade.
Oh, and a nice counter hit with that sweep coming through too for Nightshade. Going to try to continue this pressure, getting kicked out though, and now Mr. Invis just trying to jump in, maybe find some lows. Nothing seeming to go our way so far, but at least finding the throw got you on the wall.
Yeah, the back dash there, caught by the throw. The back throw back into that corner, spends the RC. Looks like it's going to go through the wall, but that burn kick has a little bit too much recovery. Can't get the wall break.
No, just trying to block right now. So you're going to be able to 2K2B, just going to have to find a nice low. Just going to try to keep it going.
Yeah, really good play there. The aerial low once again. You're up there, you don't expect to have to hold down back, but you do. The puffball there gets the knockdown. No meter to RC for the kill. And Mr. Invis is going to get gripped the wild throw.
Okay, Wild Throw coming through and securing another win for Nightshade. Needs to lock it in one final time if they want to move on and take the set 3-0.
I have to say, I've always found Wild Throw so funny. Like, even in the old games where he just grabs you for a second and then just bounces you off the ground.
Viper. Nice little 2K right back, though, from Mr. Invis. There we go, being able to stop it with the Gunflame, and now just trying to bring it closer. There we go.
That burn kick does not beat Gunflame, and we see there another time the close slash RC goes for the DP with follow-up, but just barely doesn't kill. Now Mr. Invis completely pixeled, going to have to fight his way back, and once again that burn kick goes too high, too much recovery, doesn't allow for the wall break, and just whiffs the throw. Nightshade puts another one on the board and puts this game at match point.
Right, match point right now. The Flames are trying to come through from the Gunflame, trying to see if we can sweep, but there we go, just a few 2Ps, trying to at least get us a few hits, but nice counter hit coming out from Mr. Invis into a throw.
Now we see there, goes into the command flip, just presses a button, but gets hit with the 2S into Night Raid Vortex, full conversion, sent large amount of corner carry, and now in that corner, just taking those close slashes, forces the burst out, but it's a gold burst from Mr. Invis now with that positive bonus. Ooh. With the throw, and Soul Bad Guy will get rid of you with this amount of health unless we see a drop, which we do.
Oh, but Bandit Bringer right back, going to actually take you out that time, and it's going to be a clean 3-0 coming out there from Nightshade. Going to be moving on further into the bracket, potentially to qualify towards top 8.
Yeah, and we see that going on. Is that into top 8?
Let's see. No, they just need to get one more game to make it into top 8.
It's going to take them one more set done.
Mm-hmm.
But still, really good play from both players. But we did see a lot there. Nightshade just putting on that pressure, keeping it on, especially in those situations, harassing a lot with that close slash. Very plus. Very similar to, like I was saying before, how Giovanna does it, where she dashes up with the close slash and she's just harassing you over and over and over again. Press, press, press. There's a gap here. Mm-hmm. You can press, but if you lose your life, that's your business. And unfortunately, Mr. Invis right there just lost his life. It was wickedness.
Yeah, unfortunately to Mr. Invis, you're going to be losing your life right there, and you're just going to have to move on and lose your side of the bracket. Either way, though, we still got Headchef coming in here, still representing for NCFGC.
And we've got now, I think, Headchef up against Cal after a 3-0 over Azure 6. Cal getting here with a win over Glug.
Okay. There's some solid wins happening all way, no matter which way you slice it. As now we're just trying to lock in our characters here, make sure our buttons are all good to go, as we're trying to see if we're going to be making it further into the winner side of the bracket and potentially be in the top 8 later tonight.
Yeah, sweeps on both ends, and we're going to see, obviously, the Bedman coming up from Headchef. What's the song choice?
Let's see, that's definitely the big option coming out here. Okay, just gonna be a button check real quick.
Okay, just a button check. Is that Johnny's theme?
Bedman.
Or so, okay, swap to the Roar of the Spark. No? Okay, no, they're changing again. Okay, no, it's Johnny's theme. We're going with Johnny's theme. But it is going to be a button check. We're seeing Soul Bad Guy in the button check, but, you know, we've been lied to on button checks too many times today, honestly. I think it's up to 3 at this point.
Mm-hmm. Up to 3, so we're going to see how this button check is going to go. Either way, I mean, these players have been rolling deep, so it's just going to be a matter of what we see here. All right.
Duel 1. Let's
roll.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah. No, that's just how you round start. That's how we round start on the East Coast. That's how it works.
Sure. I've seen that before. You know, just making sure we burn
We want to truly make things even when the match starts. Nobody gets burst.
If you don't gold burst round start, you're a loser, and nobody at your local likes you. That's how it works.
Yes. So everybody hates each other then, since can't remember the last time I've seen that happen.
Listen, this is Guilty Gear. Everybody hates each other anyway. That's how you play it. You love your character and you hate everybody else's character. This is Heritage.
Shoot, I guess.
I mean, have you? Listen, you've played this game enough. You know how people move.
Yes.
Your character will be the most benign bottom tier, and somebody still hates you.
Yes. There have been whole copy pastas written to me over characters I've played in Guilty Gear like Chip. So I know. I know.
That's just how it works.
All right. Either way, though, just going to be getting straight into the swing of things in this next set. See who's going to be moving on between Cow and Headchef.
Yeah, and for once we avoid getting lied to. Cow here is on the sole bad guy, second sole bad guy we've seen today. And also second person we've seen with that MEOW tag today. First one was Daydream on the Baiken.
Pretty sure another, pretty sure local to around here, if I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure MEOW's like the little thing or something.
Well, there we see the guard crush come out through Headchef, but Cow is able to fight his way out, but not too far. He gets caught with that throw. He's able to put on another back throw. It's just back throw incident. That's all that happens in this game. But manages to seal up that game. Headchef takes the first round.
All right, there we go. Being able to sweep, trying to see if we're going to be able to keep it going. There we go. Find the electricity. Keep it going all the way to the wall. You're just going to have to continue to block right now, and unfortunately, things are not looking too good. BRC right in there. Nice Volcanic Viper, though, to get out.
Yeah, comically slow Volcanic Viper because of the RC slowdown, but still no bait there, and Cal manages to get out, finds her way to the other corner. Dash up, throw, oldest trick in the book. Dash up, close slash, second oldest trick in the book. And now error on deck because of that dart, but Cal manages to get rid of it. Doesn't manage to get rid of that, gets forward thrown again, and once again caught with that throw. RC up and counter hit close slash, but no conversion there. Cal remains alive when Headchef, by any right, probably should have killed there, but we do see it go down. Headchef puts that game on the board, and Cal goes down a game in this set.
Beautiful way to start it off here. Headchef already starting off strong. Definitely wants to make this more of an NC top 8. We'll see if you're going to be able to get it as you're just trying to drive through. Cal going to stop you, though. Burst coming through for Headchef, who's just trying to zone out right now, but Cal just runs it down.
Yeah, right there we see the Night Raid Vortex. Goes through now into that corner off the Bandit Bringer. The forward throw once again. And I think Headchef just mashing that back throw once again. It's worked a lot, but it doesn't work there. Sends him through the wall. Cow, though, doesn't spend any of that meter. Playing a bit greedy, especially in a game that hasn't had DPRC for a while. Instead, just throws out a normal DP into that Night Raid Vortex, into the heavy mob cemetery. That is going to be enough. Cow puts that round away.
Yeah, Cal just saying, I want that round, and now just trying to push even further on Headchef, who's just trying to poke out from the low. Burst coming through for Cal. Headchef also very close to burst whenever they want to use it. After Cal just trying to get in and finding the wild throw, slamming you back. What do you do?
Yeah, caught there by the 2K2D. Now the error misses, puts another dart on the screen. The block stun just gets rid of that error as it was about to come out. Into the spin, RC now, another error on deck. RC up, gets the catch, and the DP bait, but no full conversion. I think the error messes up the conversion right there.
There we go, finding the throw, trying to just run it down yet again, trying to see if any jab is going to work right now against Headchef, who's poking at you right back, going to be able to find the back throw, and now just trying to fly in.
There we see caught by the dart. Cal in a little bit of a dangerous spot, but has closer access to burst, and gets to just press offense there with that far slash into the heavy. Huge counter hit, goes through the wall, and has a bar of meter to show for it.
Here we go, getting the throw off, and oh, did you see that coming?
The Tyrant Rave, but it's baited. Forces the burst out immediately from Headchef.
Really good read there from Headchef. It was, if that was a burst bait, that could have been absolutely insane, but counter hit still going through for Cal, forcing the burst from Headchef, trying to get in with the Bandit Bringer and trying to get this pressure back up.
Oh, and right there, after the far slash, +3, but hits 2K2D anyway. Headchef just playing with his life in his hands, and he's willing to do all of these things. Fafnir to catch the jump out, but Headchef presses right afterwards, swaps around the situation. Now Cow is in that corner, goes for the tap dust. Good block from Cow. Great defensive posture here, but gets caught by the Vacuum JS and is too high. Headchef puts a second game on the board.
They are definitely feeling themselves right now, really putting that work in, trying to see if they can lock it in one more time against Cal to send them over to the losers bracket.
Not both characters. We see Cal just waiting a little bit on that rematch screen. But they get straight back into it.
Okay.
And the jab anti-air. Great play from Cal. Gets that knockdown, dashes up, tries to throw, misspaced a little bit, just whiffs, has to spend that burst. And close slash, backdash by Headchef. Good play there. Now, ooh, and the jab anti-air once again forces that burst out of Headchef.
Here we go, PRC for the PRC, ban for ban, bar for bar.
You know, I've said jab anti-air twice this round. I have to say it a third time because it's happened again. And that forward throw now catches the close slash into the far slash. Tyrant Rave is going to seal up this round.
Okay. Duel 2 already underway, and just going to be a couple hits coming through, coming out, starting off from Headchef, trying to just jab in, find the ball, finding explosions, but DP right back coming through from Cal before getting hit out yet again.
Yeah, we see Headchef there, sets up the air, has the button, and gets that wall break. Now has that positive bonus moving forward, but gets caught with that throw. Now back to the corner, presses a button, doesn't get caught out. The gun flame, but does press that 6P. Eats a full counter hit for her Troubles.
Okay. Oh, the DP just went to Narnia, had to burst for that, and now trying to get back in against Headchef right now. See if you're going to be able to get your first game on the board. BRC after the fact. Try to see if you can find an opening. Oh, caught on the backdash.
Yeah, and that heavy DP follow-up is enough to seal up. Cal puts a game on the board here, maybe starting on a comeback.
Could be a potential comeback coming back from Cal. See if they're going to be able to push this any further. Already starting off strong, though, with Cal going to be able to find the Volcanic Viper burst, though, coming out from Headchef, just floating and trying to find a way in.
And we see there the Bandit Revolver just barely whiffs, and the fade away JS pulls in, forces the burst out of Cal. Now Cal has to push forward. Error on deck, going to put him in a bit of block stun. And catches the backdash with the close slash. Big damage here at the corner, and we're going to see the Tyrant Rave.
Okay, Tyrant Rave coming out. Very little health left alive for Headchef right now. Has to continue to block, but with one more counter hit, that is going to be your death. And Cal is trying to tie things up.
Yeah, Cal really fighting back here. It's just a question of what's going to happen there. Goes for the 6S. Headchef just jumps over, gets over to the other side, has a little bit of control, but the 2S is not the same story. OTG close slash, and the meaty close slash again tries to wall splat, but Headchef not willing to go through the wall, bursts. Maybe it wasn't the right decision now. In this corner, gets caught by the Fafnir, and Cal ties this set back up.
Cal wants to fight. They want to win, and they want to move on into the winner's quarters.
And I can hear it. I can see it over there. Cal is licking his lips. He's giggling. He's rubbing his hands together like a villain. I need to see what's about to happen here. We see the jump there, tries to burst bait. Cal, though, doesn't end up getting it. But Headchef does get it. That burst bait right there off the Vacuum JS. Good spot, and we see there, air dash up, air dash down, air dash up. What are you going to do? The tap does. Cal goes through the wall. Headchef and positive bonus.
All right, here we go now, floating once again. See if you're going to be able to keep yourself alive here. Headchef now starting to get hit. Cal going to be able to put some damage onto them before the burst comes through.
Yeah, and now we're moving forward. Cal trying to make something happen. Reversal super comes out. Cal does not press. Cal does not press a single button. And we see the conversion here. That is going to be a dead Headchef. Cal is going to move on to match point.
Okay, Cal has put it back in their favor after this entire set and is now trying to close things out, but Headchef not allowing them to do it so easily. Going to be able to ping pong our way to the right side of the stage. We're over in the east right now, seeing if we're going to be able to break the wall, which we do. We're spending to make sure this wall is hard knocked down.
And we get that hard knockdown. We see there, pops that now, gets that forward throw once again, moving forward with the JH, and that's going to be a super through the wall, I think. It's going to be a perfect Headchef responding hard, and we are in final round. Who's going to take it? Headchef gets the first hit, forces that burst out, and now about to have burst online as well. With the close slash, trying to bait, doesn't get the bait out. Both characters burst off the table. That dart error coming out forces the dart air as well. Now the DP gets the wall bounce near the corner. Full conversion to fast RC fall down.
All right, there we go, getting swept. And right now, PRC trying to clutch up, finding a jump in, and here we go. Here is where Headchef is trying to get more damage, but right now, playing safe, trying to jump in, but after that whiff, Cal gonna be able to put way more damage on you, put you onto the wall, juggle you a little bit, and just gonna be spending on the Bandit Bringer. So close to Cal, taking this sit, getting a little bit of a reverse sweep, and gonna be able to kick it in. The reverse sweep clumps through the achievement in the blink of an eye, and that is going to be Cal taking it over Headchef.
Insane composure from Cal. Insane composure from Cal. Great gameplay from Headchef too. Very, very back and forth set, but oh my goodness, the first reverse sweep I think we've seen on stream today.
Yes, that is the first reverse sweep, and the first time we've really seen a set that contested today. So beautiful stuff coming out from both Cal and Headchef. Unfortunate for Headchef to now go into the losers part of the bracket, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
That is the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. And we see there from Headchef.
Yes.
Just unfortunate, but really, really great gameplay from Cal, really great composure, really great execution, especially in some of those situations, the decisions on what conversions to go for, that the Bandit Revolver fast RC conversion there at the end to seal up. It was awesome sets. Listen, this is what you see on the East Coast. You don't find this in the mountains, okay? You fly to Montana, you want to run a regional, you're not going to find gameplay like this. No offense to anybody in Montana.
Now you just pissed off Montana. They're about to come for us.
Listen,
this is your fault.
There's like 3 people over there, bro. We'll
What?
be fine.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Love our people in Montana, though. By the way, just shout out.
Listen, if you're in Montana, I love you. Okay, you're my homie, whoever you are.
They're lying.
But we do have 2 people coming up on here, coming from the DMV. We've got Nightshade and Margarita, 2 players that we had on stream earlier. Zato into Soul Bad Guy. Listen, we got to a point where there was no Soul Bad Guy on the stream. We're about to have 3 Soul Bad Guys in a row.
True. Bad. And I'm pretty sure, of course, Nightshade was one of those before.
Yeah, 2 the same bad guy, but there's a lot of bad guy on the stream.
Yes, there is a lot of bad guy, and now we are at the point where whoever wins this will be moving on to the top 8 later tonight. This is a top 8 qualifier. We are in the winners quarterfinals of the bracket coming from Pool 2. So we're just going to have to wait and see on if Margarita or Nightshade is going to be able to lock it in the Soul Zato matchup.
We we see here
Let's
two matches that we saw earlier. Margarita after the earlier matchup that we saw over Urikov.
Oh, okay, okay.
To get to this point, Nightshade obviously over Mr. Invis. We saw that one on screen, but
Yeah, we saw Nightshade versus Mr. Invis. Cal, of course, was able to take it last second over Headchef, and I'm interested to see who won between OK1 and Azure, as that is going to be pretty interesting to hear about. But of course, there's also the losers bracket still poking around, but those are all questions we'll be answering and figuring out later on, because right now we got Margarita versus Nightshade.
yeah, and this one's I wouldn't say it's like a classic matchup, because the classic matchup is like the Ryuken, like Soul-Kai kind of thing, but it's a classic matchup.
Yes, but of course, right now a classic button check, unless we just want a gold burst run up like that. And now just seeing what Eddie can do.
Yeah, might be the second button check today that's not fraudulent. You know, it is what it is. Every once in a while, people they just want to mess with you.
Yeah.
They just want to mess with you for no reason.
I just want to mess with you, see if you're paying attention. Either way, though, getting straight into the swing of things now. You know, we checked our buttons, everything seems good, we're all fine and dandy, and now here is where the true mess begins.
Now we're getting into it. Nightshade cleaning their glasses, making sure that there are no excuses, no spec, no impurity. Getting straight into this. Nightshade versus Margarita for winner's side top 8. It's just a question of who's got more, and we see here Nightshade trying to dash block, make it out of that corner, but the overhead, the JD, difficult to fight against.
Yes, it is. It's difficult, and right now it's even more difficult from Nightshade, right? Oh, okay. Names are swamped a little bit. That's perfectly fine, because Margarita still keeping themselves alive right now, trying to get in with Eddie. Going to be able to in a perfect fashion.
Yeah, we know who's who, and we know that Margarita is perfect. Also, the thing that I didn't notice earlier, Margarita's also got the MEOW tag on.
Okay. Again, another Virginian with the MEOW tag. Interesting how correlation happens.
Everybody's meowing out here. I don't know what to think about it. But I do know what to think right here. The 2S straight into the spike gets that knockdown. But it's not enough to enforce real pressure on Nightshade as he runs up. Dash 2S gets the counter hit and forces the burst out of Margarita.
Here we go. Now just trying to see if we can get a poke in. Nightshade trying to make their way back in themselves, but Margarita just going to be running up, setting up Eddie for the tap dust setup, and going to be able to set up the wall break. Going to find it in the OD.
And now knocked down here. Into the spike, but it's going to be far slash.
Go.
Moves into the Fafnir. And the 2S.
Ooh, nice counter hit coming through. And now, seeing Margarita trying to run in, 2K2D trying to set up against Nightshade, who's just trying to play very patient right now, still getting hit with the spikes.
And catches with the 2H. That is going to be the kill, and that is going to be the first game going to Margarita.
Yes, first game for Margarita, already starting off strong for them immediately. Fighting a little bit of a trade before just trying to chomp in, finding a little bit of a spike, waiting out for Nightshade to try to jump in and find a counter hit. So we just got a burst.
Now there we go. The 2 hits from Eddie, but Eddie unfortunately gone. Gets tapped out there by Nightshade. And Nightshade there with the counter hit far slash as well. Just puts a chunk of damage on, but doesn't get that wall break.
Unfortunate.
Blocks the tap dust. You cannot block that throw, but you can burst there. Forces Margarita to spend the 50-meter.
There we go, though. Still, though, a throw coming through from Margarita, trying to see if they're going to be able to poke from down under, from overhead. Finds it for a counter hit and going to be juggling like crazy. Not going to be able to get the bar back, but at least tying up these health bars.
Yeah, and we see BRC into the 6P coming down. But it doesn't knock down, and Nightshade seals it up.
Really solid way to seal that up there. Now, again, just trying to make your way in. Margarita definitely got to keep this pressure up if they want to make it into the top 8, trying to set up a spike, a vacuum, anything.
Good backdash there to avoid the 6P and the 5H. Big counter hit, immediate burst from Margarita. Once again, the jab anti-air coming out. Well, the last one was from Cal, but this one from Nightshade. Really good play there. Gets the side switch and gets the wall break.
Side switch, wall break, what have you. There we go. Going to be able to RRC, bring you up to the wall, and even more so, actually going to be destroying the wall to boot. We're trying to tie this set up 1-1. If we get one more positive interaction, we can do just that.
But Nightshade doesn't go for the super there. Might have killed. Now has to fight their way back, but has that meter. Goes for the Gunflame PRC into the wild throw. Just grabs him by the collar.
Yes.
Throws Zato into the ground. I'm still sad that the character doesn't just bounce like a basketball. Like, I get that you have to RC it, but like,
Yeah.
I'd rather that the move costs meter and that it bounces like a basketball than like I have to RC for it. Because that's not a bounce. I just popped you up. Besides the point. Well, it's not besides the point. Somebody just landed wild throw. Regardless, we see here Margarita pushing forward, goes for the overhead, and wall breaks with that 2H.
Okay, now getting the BRC.
Or recharges to Eddie.
Putting you up to the wall. Going to be juggling a little bit before the wall break is going to be able to occur from the Tyrant Ray. There we go, slamming you, breaking that wall. And now going to see what we can do here. Just jumping in right now, trying to find a poke. But Margarita keeping themselves alive here. Pop the Eddie for jump in. Oh no.
Yeah, and now we see... Ooh, drop into reset. This is an American reset. An American reset into 2K2D, and it goes the way of Nightshade. Puts another round on the board. Dash up, forward throw. Dash up, the back dash. Great play there from Margarita, and Margarita goes overhead once again. The tap dust, another overhead into that frog, immediately breaks the wall.
Beautiful wall break coming out there, and now being able to poke against Nightshade, who's just trying to find a way in, finds a cross-up before the burst comes through from Margarita, who's now trying to find another way in with these spikes.
Yeah, the cross-up JK. But now that Eddie Gauge is gone, Margarita has to fight on their own, and that's a very tall task playing Zato, the jab anti-air once again. Fafnir goes through the wall, decides not to spend the meter.
PRC coming through. You see if he can continue his pressure. Trying to go for a low.
A 2K2D, knockdown once again. Into the spike, JK to try and lock down, but just gets jabbed out. Big hero burst from Nightshade. It's a question of whether it'll go the way you want it to, and we see there the BRC down means that Nightshade has spent a lot and got nothing in return. We'll likely have to play out this final round without burst on the table.
It's definitely going to be very rough, but if we can make it work, we can definitely make that work. Going to be, ooh, the DP just got blocked, and from that, there we go. Going to be able to set up, slam you through the wall for a hard knockdown, and from there, a little reflect when the tap does happen. That's perfectly fine. We're just going to jump in, and again, with Eddie, and find another counter hit. Why not?
Yeah, we see there the frog comes out once again. The 2S counter hit, immediate burst coming out. But that's, oh, and a pose on the DP. But Margarita doesn't get the kill.
Oh, Margarita not going to be able to get it. Really
Tap
trying
dust.
to
Ooh. Yeah, great block on the tap dust. -10 gets the punish. Now into that wall break. No meter on deck, so going to have to fight out this last interaction. And yeah, the 2 hits of the poke don't combo.
Has to try to jump in again. Nightshade, though, is playing very safe right now. PRC to boot, get
The
Eddie.
frog, once again, it doesn't do enough damage.
Oh, and there we go.
And Nightshade had the burst, but just 1 hit away. What do you even do with it? You can't really do anything from that situation.
Now, Margarita 1 game away from clawing themselves up into the top 8. Going to see what we can do here. Immediately finding the jump in. No, it's actually going to get reflected. And now going to be able to find the throw and slam you back down after the Sharks have infested the pool.
There, we see into the Night Raid. Goes low once again. The spike comes out, the 6S, but it's a little bit too far to convert with the Bandit Bringer, and he ends up eating a punish for his trouble. Now Nightshade not in a great position. Goes for the round start 6H.
Straight up going for that. There we go. Finding a few more counter hits before trying to make your way in against Margarita again, who's still going to be able to set up on you. Health is getting low. You pop the burst. That could be incredibly risky, but there we go. Finds the anti-air going to keep it going. PRC not going to be saving you, buddy.
Yeah, weird conversion there, but Nightshade manages to make it work. Tries the 6H once again, but the oppose comes out. Lucky that it didn't land. That might have actually just been the end of the round. But the round finds its way to a close anyway. Zato with the 2S, and Margarita is now on match point to make it into winner's side top 8.
Yeah, Margarita just needs a little bit more, and after that task was able to find, definitely going to be getting a lot of damage onto Nightshade. Didn't have enough tension for an OD. Perfectly fine though, because now we do, and we're just finding another way in off of PRC.
And now there we see 6S. Once again, something trying to happen, and we do see something happening here. JH comes out from Margarita, close slash, 5H, brings out Eddie. Eddie helping out, the cross goes into the puddle underneath, forces the burst out of Nightshade, but this isn't where you want to be if you're Nightshade. That's where you want to be, hitting that counter hit far slash, moving forward, having him trapped in the corner. Zato doesn't want to be all the way down there, and the 2H comes out.
Yeah, right now, Margarita's still very confident they can try to take this out from under Nightshade, and after the frog just hopped in one more time, that is going to be the case. And Margarita going to be moving on into the top 8 here at Beast in the East 9.
Really good play there from both characters, but Margarita really just moving to keep Nightshade locked down in a lot of situations. Obviously, that's what you want to do with Zato. And in a lot of situations, you kind of have to be able to play without Eddie as well. Because without Eddie, Zato's got big buttons, but they're very counter-pokeable. You have to be really, really smart about where you place them, or you're just going to continuously eat counter hits. Yes. Nightshade has clearly, just from watching it, you can see that Nightshade has a lot of experience playing alone, having that Eddie knocked out, and you know, it really showed there. So good play there, and congratulations to Nightshade for making top 8 on winner's side.
Yeah, GG's to Nightshade there, as now we're going to be moving
Margarita,
on.
I'm sorry. I'm so mixed.
You mixed me too.
I've been, listen, we've been here for 4 hours.
Yeah, at least we're going to be getting a little break. We are getting a little break. You guys, if you're just tuning onto the stream, pretty sure after this we got Street Fighter 6 pools, so you'll be watching that if you stick onto the stream here at Tenno Media. But either way, we're going to be having the other winner's side qualifiers for top 8 underway. The final qualifiers on winner's side for top 8 of the night, and it is going to be OK versus Cal.
Yeah, 2 players that we've seen on stream earlier. OK earlier on that Johnny taking apart their round 1. Cal in that reverse 3-0 over Headchef.
Mm-hmm.
2 very good players, two very composed players. It's just a question of who's going to show out here.
Yes. Definitely going to be a matter of that. Either way, though, we're getting things underway. Potentially, we'll see if it's a button check or we'll see if it dupes us into a genuine match.
Yeah, it's a button check.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, here we go, going back to character select, making sure we had all our buttons, they're all set, making sure we get our controllers correctly plugged in. Now, all right, once again, Judging your music. Bars.
What is that?
Get over nightmares.
I can respect it.
You know, that's really good. That's a really good track. Shout out the Sin versus Kai matchup track. I like matchup tracks. I like the idea of matchup tracks.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that like they've kind of gone out of fashion recently, but I mean they're coming back a little bit, so I can respect it.
All right, either way though, getting things started immediately with a good counter hit coming through from Cal, already putting OK in a very tight spot in the corner.
You see their card on the table, and Cal wants no part of it. Immediately bursts, but finds himself in the corner for his troubles. Now,
Boom.
caught against the wall.
There we go, trying to make your way in yet again, being able to get this pressure up, started onto Cow. Doesn't have burst, and because of that, you're just going to get tricked.
Yep, straight through that wall. OK, one puts the first one on the board, and Cal is going to have to fight back a little bit here. And it starts with that round start far slash. Listen, we love the far slash.
Yes. Yes, we do, and we're just going to keep it going. Nice burst, though, coming through from OK1, who's still trapped in this corner. Going to get thrown out by Cow, who's still trying to make this round happen. Needs just a little more.
Once again, the far slash into the Bandit Bringer. Immediate RC down low, and Cow answers back very quickly.
Answer back very well, and now it's just going to be one-to-one situation in these rounds. Trying to cross up, couldn't find it, and because of that, OK, going to be able to knock you down, get you in the air for an anti-air, and just going to be breaking that wall.
Now, say his name.
Bang.
You're absolutely right. Now we move forward to close. I can't say the actual line on screen.
No, that's the thing. You can't say the actual name. You gotta mog.
Yeah, you gotta keep moving forward. And we see here, Cal keeps moving forward with that close slash. Forward advancing far slash. It's easy to keep moving forward when you've got a button like that.
Bang, bang. There we go. Able to flip in, find the throw, setting up card, and there we go. Getting some more hits. Needs just a little bit more on Cal if OK wants to take this first game.
Ooh.
And that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that 6K just catches. And OK1 puts one on the board.
Yes, one on the board so far. Needs two more in order to qualify themselves for that top 8. We are getting very close to that, but already making Cow spend the burst and finding another counter hit.
Yeah, but now we see here, push to the corner, that card on the table, and immediate DP with the card on the table.
This round really is just going OK's way, every way on the board, being able to find the hard knockdown and beautifully trying to run up. The DP finally going to connect this time. Beautiful for Cow there. Needs a lot more damage.
Ooh, but yeah, good catch there. The 5H wall bounce. Doesn't manage to get a full conversion, but does get that counter hit 6H, which forces the burst out of OK. Even if you lose this round, you're not too upset forcing the burst out of this, but Cal does not care. He wants this round, and he's going to spend that DP to get it. Pushes all the way to the wall there with the Bandit Bringer, but the reversal super immediately on Wake Up. Say his name, it's OK1, takes that first round.
Beautiful reversal OD coming out from OK1 to save themselves, and already forcing the burst out yet again from Cow and finding the anti-air yet again. Same page as last time. Okay, watch out for the DP here. If the DP happens, you know, when you're setting up card, it's a really rough situation. We've seen it before. Finds the hit though, drops it, picks it right back up, and we're definitely spending. There you go. What's his name?
Put it on the screen, mark it into his flesh. Listen, you just gotta slice it in there. And we see it. Ooh, another jab anti-air there from from Cal, but no conversion off of that one. And the instant air missed Finer. Cal finds himself down 0-2 once again. Can you fight back?
Cal's definitely thinking right now. I can definitely see it on their mind, trying to figure out, because if they lose this next game, that is it. and they have to go down to the loser side of the bracket to try to fight for top 8, and they're already starting in, guns a-blazing. Little shimmy, never did anybody no wrong, but you get right back in there, 2K2D.
This is what you get from a moment of quiet contemplation. You have to get it back, and I believe that Cal has what it takes. I've seen it before, and we'll see if we can see it again. The Fafnir there, ooh, but the 6K from way downtown, counter hit forces the burst out.
Oh, nice PRC bait coming through right now, and we just see OK1 going further and further, getting it back into the middle of the screen. RRC not going to be able to get OK1, but you DP'd on a block, so you're going to get punished hard, and now just getting flipped on you, being able to misfire on the low. Misfire once again to keep you in a bad spot. RRC, once we get our flip kick in there, and we're definitely going to be going, oh, you whiffed the DP again!
And now, we've done this before. Say his name. Johnny goes through the wall. Now, Pixel. And that card on the table, that guard crush would have killed. Johnny doesn't want to get caught in a spot like this. Spends the burst.
Really wants this round with the hero burst.
Oh,
DP
but the
though.
DP.
No way. No way!
Great play there from Cal.
Beautiful work from Cal there, being able to make sure that hero burst got spent poorly, and now actually spending burst on their own, just trying to dash in. There we go though, being able to kick out OK1, definitely upset from losing that last round, and is starting to make their way back.
And we see there the card trick comes out. Not close enough to go through the wall, but spends that card. Guard crush. And the regular Mistfinder gets that knockdown, puts another card on the table, another card on the table. What are you going to do about it? The instant air Mistfinder through the wall, but alive. You don't want to leave Soul Bad Guy alive. This is the Soul Bad Guy. 6P gets that knockdown, counter hit into the corner, close slash. Afraid to press, but he does press a button, gets caught on the Bandit Bringer. And it looks like it might be a chip out situation, and it is. The card vault ends up sealing up the round.
Okay, here we go though, just trying to Mistfinder right in, gonna be able to slam. Keep it going with the Mistfinder, see if you're gonna be able to still pick up. Nice burst though, coming through from Cow, who's just trying to fly in right now. RRC after the fact, trying to flip kick right in there. Cow still just trying to jab it up. Nothing seems to be working just yet for Cow right now.
There we see the gold burst. Ooh, good place. There's a 2S as well. Now knocked down into this corner. Mistfinder on the table. Night Raid Vortex to get out. And the JD. Big JD.
Okay. See if we'll be able to keep this going. There we go. Nice block coming through though from Cow. Okay, finding one more hit. Needs to find a little bit more if they want this. The tap does.
The tap does. And that puts Cow away. There will be no comeback today. We are not seeing it, not again, but Cow is going to have to fight it out in the loser's bracket.